Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Wolfpack Wednesdays. It's episode 106. Too sweet to my boy DLO, and too sweet to my boy X-Man making his first appearance. Holy cow, making his first appearance on the show. Hey, something we always say here when you're on Wolfpack is once on Wolfpack, always a Wolfpack member. So too sweet again to you, X-Man. Thank you so much for being our guest tonight. And you kind of got some big I like that effect. He's got some big shoes to fill too, by the way, because Brick is out at the cabin with the family for the 4th. So he is popping in and out on the chat. X-Man kind of has his shoes to fill. So are you up for the task, my friend?
I don't know what size shoe does Brick wear?
I think it's like an 8.
8? I'm just about there. All right, yeah, let's do it.
Good enough. Let's do this.
It's good to have you, my friend. You have been a long time active member on the channel, in the chat. So, you know, I've obviously had you on my list to get on the show for some time. It just so happens like us three together, we just got something that we love. So it's harder sometimes to get guests on, but whenever I can definitely get somebody in, I want to do it. And you were just on the docket. It felt special to have you here tonight. So I'm ready to go, man. I'm excited to hang out with you, as well as my boy DLO, as well as you guys out in the chat. How are you boys doing this week? Happy 4th of July, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Man, X-Man on Wolfpack Wednesday. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
All right. We're happy to have you, man. Long-time watcher, viewer, part of the community. I've seen you on other people's streams. Like, man, just like Graham said, like we got to get this guy on here.
That charisma.
I don't know when, but yeah, it's just like Graham says, man. Like three amigos over here is like we got to squeeze X-Men in one of these days, man. So happy you're available. Thank you so much for joining us here today. But yeah, I'm excited for today. We are light on news, but we're never light on talk, guys. So always remember that, people. So tons of stuff to talk about, tons of stuff still going on in the community, possible figures on the horizon. But as far as for me, man, I am in 4th of July mode. My son's birthday is actually tomorrow, the day before. So I'm already kind of in party mode. So I'm ready to get our Wednesday party on, man. That's it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet today. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Either of you boys have any new arrivals in the collection this week or recently, or anything that's shipping out?
Yeah, actually a few things. One, I got my artist in Wanda.
Oh,
she's up here with my other two.
May I ask where you got it from?
This one I got through Pop Collectibles, actually.
Okay.
This was my backup. So I still haven't gotten the one in from Sideshow yet. But that one's here.
What are your
She's
thoughts
great.
of her? Does she live up to your expectations?
I love her. The hair actually was pretty good out of the box.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
She does need a little bit of, bit of voluming. But outside of that, nah, she actually looks pretty good. I will say because she's got such a small head, it's real hard to get up in there to move the eyes around. This is my first time using the stick. That's tough, dude. Especially not wanting to mess up the hair while you're doing it.
Couldn't see my face. I'm like,
it is tough.
Be an adult, D-Lo.
I was gonna let it go at first, but as soon as I put her head on, the eyes went whoop, and I was like,
that's the worst part. That's the worst part of that new technology is the
But I got used to it and I figured it out. So
yeah.
So next time I have to do it, I know how to be ginger with it. But she's a great figure though. I love her. I love her to death. She's awesome.
Well, I gotta say, you're filling in for Brick admirably so far, because between you and him, I mean, you two love the Scarlet Witch. So I don't know too many other people that have all three.
I love me a powerful woman, man.
There you go.
Hot damn.
I'm into that.
But also, I got in this wonderful little guy.
That's dope.
Came in from Amazon to put on my X-Men shelf. Like that a lot.
Is that is it 3D or does it just look 3D?
It just looks like it. It's
cool.
chunk.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. but it's pretty cool. It's all right. I was the guy saying that I wasn't gonna get the third party patch, and I caved. I caved. I ordered him a couple of days ago, so he's on his way from Lion Rock. Still a really good price too,
Yeah.
which I was surprised to see for being such a low, number of figures. But outside of that, and not at all figure related, I got a mock-up of Pandora's box.
Whoa.
Nice.
I've been looking at
man.
for a while. I have something that I use as like a, because I like having artifacts.
Sure.
And this really doesn't fit the bill for me as an artifact because it's just too on the nose. But I like the design of it, so I went and got it, and it's pretty cool. It's got the 7 deadly sins on there, and friggin' Pan playing his little flute up top. It's nice.
See, that looks cool. Like if you had that like Indiana Jones, that would like be a real cool setup in the background for you there. So I dig that piece.
Oh yeah. There's some Indiana Jones stuff I need to get too. Man, tell you what, there's too many props and not enough time in the day.
Can I ask you a question,
not a
X-Men? Because I
big
know
deal.
how much of like a fan you were of the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and I know how much you're gonna. Is that kind of what swayed you to get that So Toys like patch? Is that kind of the reason why?
Yeah, because like I wanted patch anyway, and I was gonna hold out for Hot Toys, and I still think they're gonna make one. In fact, I know they are because I bought the third party, and now I'm gonna end up having 2.
So you got that kind of
what
luck.
really
I
did
gotcha.
it for me, what really did it for me was the fact that it came out already was part of
Right.
it. But then also, I saw a really good picture of somebody had put a Deadpool head on that body. I was like, well, Hot Toys makes one, then I can do the same thing and have Deadpool dressed up and have him with Wolverine, and then I still have Patch, and then we're good.
There you go.
So yeah.
I like it, man. I like it. So as far as like on the list of like the Deadpool stuff here, like, are you like, have you gotten everything? Have you pre-ordered like Battle Damage Deadpool and all? So, like, did you get the Artisan?
I've got
Wolverine?
everything except for Johnny Storm. I didn't really care for the figure.
Yeah.
And depending on what happens, if they don't put up Elektra and Gambit, then I may just cancel Blade.
Ooh.
Because
that's a tough one.
I don't
That is
care so
tough.
much for that look for Blade, but I'm like, well, I want the crew.
Sure.
So
Could that
they don't
blade
do it,
really
then-
stand on its own? I mean, maybe, but like
I think he could. I'm not a huge fan of that outfit though. I don't know what their plan was with that. I don't know why they chose, the look that they went with, but it really just didn't feel like Blade so much.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I
actually, he
don't know.
didn't really even have his katana either, really. Why he used like a
No.
machete instead. It was like,
and they had it in the movie. It was sitting on the rack up there on the wall. They
Mhm.
used it with a
Yeah.
lady. Come on, man.
I know.
Give him a random ass machete like he's going through the friggin' jungle. Come on.
Yeah. But I remember you can get it if you pre-ordered though, right? It was like an exclusive
Yeah.
piece. So
Yeah. So I at least did that, and I may still keep him. I don't know. It was really good to see him show up. That was a really big deal.
deal
I
loss
love
is
Blade,
mine.
dude. So I mean, for me, it was just
Yeah.
like I never got the Blade 2 I always wanted, so I'm like, I'll take that one, dude. I don't care.
Mm.
I'm good with that. Put next to Moon Knight and Doctor Strange. Let's go. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got both of those guys. So
That's what's up, man.
Man, it sounds like you got quite the haul coming and incoming. So keep collecting, my friend. DLO, you got anything coming your way this week? Or
Not this week, unfortunately, because
maybe
it's a
this
short week. But I got some stuff over the weekend. It was pretty good. You guys have seen that. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the Wolfpack group online here, so I've been kind of posting some of like my pickups lately here. So I recently got a War Machine Mark 1. So I got that one. I got a good deal with that with a fusion reactors kit to light it up, so it looks great out the box. And I got my Grail Hulk. I know not everybody loves this Hulk, but for me, Age of Ultron Deluxe Hulk is my favorite one here, just because I had to have that Hulk smash look that he comes with here. Only that one comes with it. So I was like, I gotta get that one. So I got that one for a great deal. So yeah, so I'm kind of on a Marvel kick on this side of things, because I feel like my Star Wars is like in such a good shape right now that like I'm not paying too much attention to it, just because like I'm happy with it completely. So it's really more DC and Marvel for me right now. I'm just playing around, taking things out of the collection, putting things in, and just kind of finding like that perfect like center where everything looks good. Yeah, fine tuning it.
Yeah.
Let's
I
fine
like
tune it there.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten much in lately either. The only thing I did get in was a second 89 Batman Vault. Yes, a second one. I had some plans. The first one I got was a little beat up, so I thought I could get this one. I got it for a really good deal. So I felt pretty good about it, but I was maybe going to sell one of them, but turns out they're so fragile to ship. I might just keep both. They're made of resin, and they just got these weird pieces on them. So I got one in the 89 display with the door open and one sitting here with the Batmobile. So I got a video coming out on that tomorrow, actually. So you guys can watch that. But other than that, I've been trying to pump the brakes, pay off some of this stuff that's on pre-order. I got 7 things on Sideshow, which most of them I do payments, but then I also have stuff through Hawk and Underground that all I do is pre-order, so I don't have any of that paid off. And some of that, boys, is Young Ahsoka, Hera, Maul is paid off. What else? What else came out that I'm getting? Star Wars.
So you said Hera already, didn't you?
Yeah, Hera, Young Ahsoka. I thought there's one more that's out that I have coming. But honestly, I can't remember what it is. So anyways, bunch of figures that are on the horizon that aren't paid off. So I got to be careful and start kind of being responsible, a responsible adult. So yeah, that's kind of what I got going on here. Yeah, it's, we go.
You guys have any that you've moved out or like decided to not get, like pull off your pre-order list because of all the crazy shit going on?
I haven't canceled a pre-order, but I have moved some stuff out recently, like Chrome Mando. Kind of decided, like, I'm kind of cooling on the Mando stuff. Maybe when the movie comes out, I'll change my mind. But I have the Durasteel with the chrome parts. I just really love that look. So I just didn't feel like they needed 2 of them. So I've moved on from that one. And then I actually just kind of sold some odds and ends stuff. Sold a Transport Trooper for super cheap. Can't give that figure away. And then I sold my Hot Toys Black Suit Superman. Had a broken leg, so he was just in the box. So I actually just sold the box and all of his accessories and everything, and made $100. So I mean, can't really complain. It was just sitting in storage. So outside of that, kind of just been fine tuning over the last couple months, like DLO is as well. So that's about it for me. How about you, DLO?
Yeah.
Stuff coming out, yeah, tons of stuff coming out. Too much to name over here, but it's actually more overflow. So when I remodeled the room about, I don't know, it was 6-7 months ago when I did the tour, but I took a lot of things out of my cases because I wanted to like make room for all the stuff I was gonna eventually get this year. Stuff like that. I don't pre-order X-Men. I'm the non-pre-order guy, but
yeah.
But yeah, I knew though that there was gonna be things this year that I was gonna definitely get. And I was gonna have to make room. So there was stuff like over in like my hallway of my house, the shippers of figures. And I would just procrastinate, and I just finally got on it, and just like I'd probably let go of maybe this year, maybe 20 figures this year alone. So and still going. So I still need room, ironically enough. So don't be like me, folks. Just be happy with yourself and never buy anything and sell anything. Just don't be like me.
X-Men, do you sell a lot of stuff, or are you the type of collector that everything has a special meaning to you, so you kind of hold on to it? And
yeah, well, see, I've never been the type to sell stuff, and I'm at the point I've got 60 some figures right now, and I don't have a whole lot of space, and I've got a bunch of stuff coming in. I'm like, well, I gotta make room, and I have a couple of figures that have been in the box for a while, and I'm like, well, I probably should just sell those on, get a little bit of extra cash to throw into something else and, get them out of the way. But like, I'm having to do the whole, house cleaning bit too, because, there's so much, and you want to really, I'm trying to refine things,
Yep.
Like I've got ideas, but they only work a certain way. You know how it goes when you got too much stuff and you're like, well, this doesn't fit. That fits, but I don't really want to get rid of that. But where does it go? The whole thing. We've all, I think, been there after a few years.
I think we all get there at some point too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I canceled Han Solo. Well, see, everything on my pre-order list is a big deal. I'm proud of myself for that. At least like the stuff that I've got pre-ordered, it's all important stuff to me.
Sure.
So when you get to that point, but you still gotta, do some refining, important stuff has to go. So
That's tough.
Star Wars for me has always been tertiary in regards to the big three. And my bulk of Star Wars is in the more current stuff, like the Mando era, the Clone Wars era, and Han Solo still fits there, but he's just not really represented in that, part of the story so much. So, and I want to get him eventually. I'm thinking maybe one day I'll pick him up. Who knows how that'll work, if that works out. But right now, there's certain things that just outrank him hardcore. And part of that decision was when I got Patch, I was like, well, something's got to go. So yeah, every time I order something new from like Deadpool and Wolverine, because there's so much, something's got to go.
If you don't mind sharing, like, how do you know, like, what your number is? Like, what do you have on pre-order right now at the moment?
I can tell you exactly right now. I got.
You can. Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. Just like.
Oh no, I've got. Let's see. I have. Right now, I have, and these aren't. This isn't. It's comprehensive, but it's about to dwindle. I've got 39 on my pre-order list right now, and some of them have already been like Hera and Ahsoka Tano, the Padawan.
Yeah.
I canceled from Sideshow, and I'm getting them from Underground. Spending a little less money on them now since I get my NRD back because they're still so far behind. So that's really helpful.
So that's kind of so you said you got like 60 now, like not to cut you off, you got 60 now, and then you got potentially 40 coming in. So So your collection is going to increase by 2/3 of what you already have at the house.
Over the next couple of years, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm thinking I was thinking like this year coming out and stuff like. So no, this is like spread out over the next like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
basically.
but like this year is pretty heavy though. This year is still pretty heavy because like half of that list, is coming out or is slated for the back, quarter of this year.
Like it always does. It's its hardest on the fourth. We all know that.
Oh yeah. Like I've got a few things listed on the chopping block. Like one thing I'm for sure getting rid of, but I'm just waiting. Like there's a third party of Jinx that I'm going to cancel, but I'm waiting to see if they cancel making her because she's like a year behind right now.
Absolutely.
And then like Shin's on the chopping block. I may not get God Loki, but I really, really want him. Like he really.
So I'm the same boat. I kind of want him, but then at the same time, he's because I have the Artisan one waiting. I'm just like,
yeah, oh yeah.
It's just a different time when all these figures came out. Like half the stuff that we're excited for wasn't an option. So it's like, what the hell? Why not go for it? But now that it's here, now that all these other things are coming in too, it's just like you got to look at the list and say, man, do I really want all these figures that I pre-ordered earlier on? So that's interesting, man. So
yeah.
Sorry, I'm excited to meet you, X-Man, because honestly, like I said, like I've seen you in the chat since the beginning of when we started this whole thing, and then obviously now I'm seeing you pop up in streams everywhere. Like, what the hell? We got to get this guy on here. Now that we have you, I'm just gonna keep you hostage. I want to ask you some questions if you don't mind.
Go for it, man.
So I see your monos. I love your display. I think someone already commented about how nice your Scarlet Witch collection is. It looks great.
Oh, thank you. I'm working on it.
We can't see everything here. Like, are you more like a DTOF monos kind of guy? You like to kind of separate your figures, or do you have like some like bigger cases of some of your bigger stuff?
I'm kind of in a weird transition because at first I had a DTOF, and then I went and got like the Roostas from IKEA. And I really like those for my X-Men stuff. But now it's like, I like how Shane does it with the one per, square.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do that right now because I have so many and so little space. And I'm really considering replacing a couple of smaller cases with larger, like going to maybe get a couple of, 610s or something like that.
Sure.
And I kind of want to have more room because I'm building a whole Deadpool core, and I would love for them to all inhabit the same space.
Right.
You kind
of have to.
They like having them split up just doesn't make any sense. And they're kind of at max capacity right now with the ones that I do have, and we don't even have them all yet. So, like I've got 2 Batmobiles, and they are on a muscle rack and they look great. I'm still building that out because I am so terribly lazy and doing the stuff is so frustrating. But
You're not wrong, dude.
But like, yeah, no, I'm kind of halfway in between. I've got statues in the collection, so I've got to figure out like how I want to work those in. Like maybe I'll get a couple more mono cases for those because they're X-Men statues. I don't want to keep them with my X-Men stuff. It's a lot of things that I'm figuring out right now. How I want to utilize my space, but also be able to display everything in a good way while utilizing the space. Because it's not always like rooms aren't always built for it.
Not right.
Yeah. So you like so you've been moving a lot of stuff around.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird game of Tetris.
Yeah. And I'm still not happy. If I could, I would move this out into my main area to enjoy it more. But I really want something here when we're streaming. And when I am working at the office, though, I can turn and see it. But I just still feel like it's kind of out hidden. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're ever content. And yeah, you can only work with what your room gives you. So that's a great point.
You need a big basement room. Is really the best place to have, and how many people really have that? You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to find. How long have you been collecting since?
I bought my first hot toy, and I've been collecting stuff since I was a kid. But I kind of stopped with, outside of comic books for the last like 10 years maybe. But right after the Batman hit, I was like, well, I got to get that figure. So, and I'd been watching, people stream talking about hot toys and other 6-scale stuff. And it was always prohibitively expensive in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I just got this nice job. I'm making a lot more money right now. And I'm like, I'll buy this one. I'll just the one.
And then you went full DLO.
Dude, seriously, like Ahsoka.
You can't name it after me. I'm sure I'm not the first person to like go through that.
Well, see, because the Clone Wars Ahsoka had just been released at that point, and Ahsoka's next to Revan is my favorite Star Wars character.
I hear that.
I was like, well, I gotta get Ahsoka, and I gotta get her now because she's such a good character. She's gotta sell out. Dude, she's still on Sideshow, isn't she?
Dude, I bought her day one, sold her, and then I got it for free from Sideshow. Like, like that's how many they made of her. They just threw it in the next time I bought something there.
Oh yeah, but see, I bought because I ordered the Batman. It took him like 2 years to come out, and in between then, you're like, well, I want something, so I got her. I got Spacesuit Stan. I wanted him for a long time before I even thought about collecting. I was like, that would be a cool figure to have. So I got him. I got I want a Harley, but I hate that one that they did initially with the knees. I hate those knees.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand it.
Rough to look at.
Yeah. So I found a good third-party one, and I got that, and I ended up getting a second body for her because she had like extra head and outfit and stuff. And then I had like a Deadpool after a while. I probably had like 10 figures, this time 2 years ago. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not telling you guys anything you haven't heard already before.
No.
You're one of us.
It feels like it's part of their plan now. Honestly, I feel like what are the odds that almost everybody we talk to has almost the same identical origin stories of how they got into hot toys collecting?
Man.
It's diabolical, man. Sideshow puts them on hold for you to wait and this crack, and then eventually buy something early, and then that's it.
Well, and then Hot Toys is just offering so many figures at once now. Like, we're getting so many announcements and not so many releases. So it's hard to keep up. I mean, you got 40 pre-orders, and I'm sure that's scattered up across all different companies and whatnot. But I mean, I have like 15, and I thought that was a lot. So, yeah, that's crazy, man. You're in it. So,
oh yeah, I'm still waiting on several. Like I'm waiting on the 2.0 Batfleck right now. Ahsoka just got the label made. Let's see. I'm waiting for battle damaged Deadpool. Don't know where he is. Right. Friggin' Hera, still waiting on her. Well, I gotta reorder her. But still, she hasn't hit Sideshow yet. So whenever she hits Underground after that.
We just entered quarter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight we should have done the quarter 2 releases, but we'll do that next week.
But
I wasn't thinking because today's only the 2nd, so I wasn't thinking there, but yeah, like we got to see where we're at with ranking those and all that stuff too. Maybe we'll do like a playoff bracket again, kind of like that. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was awesome. Yeah.
But before the chat gets too rambunctious, let me check in and see who is all joining us here tonight. So I love starting off the show with a new channel member, Darth Bane. Thank you so much for taking the plunge and becoming a channel member. Appreciate you, my friend. This guy's always here too. Valkyrie Magnus, let's go. Graham, Dilo, and friends, let's have a fun stream tonight. We got Toy Collector. Happy Wednesday. Kirby is in the house. Unboxing DX32 while tuning in tonight. Can't wait. Dude, figure's awesome. Great Joker. Love it. We got Ricardo in the house. Hello, everyone. Mr. Brian Wong throwing the too sweet around. He says, hello, all. Thank you for all your support, Brian. Let's collab on some Maju Case stuff, huh? Send me something to collab on. Action in the Box channel member. Good evening. Too sweet. Hey, Ricardo. How are you, my friend? Doc Bat. What's up, fam? We got Zidon's Collectibles. Happy Wednesday. Just wanted to say I appreciate you guys and all the hard work that goes into the channel. I look forward to this each and every week. This is what collecting is all about. Much love. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the kind words. Anytime you guys have kind words, we love to hear it. This, no matter what's going on within your week, if you're having a shitty week, if you're having a great week, if you just need an outlet and somewhere to turn for a couple hours to just talk about the figures and the heroes we love, this is the spot for you. We are here to be an escape from reality for at least a little bit. And, if you can come here and unwind and unravel, then you are more than welcome. So thank you so much for the kind words. We got one Adam 12, another guy we got to get back on the show soon. Channel member. Hello, Wolfpack. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Too sweet. We got Brick. Artemis. Are we rolling? We got OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Hello, everyone in Wolfpack. Tighter FL. What's up? Hello, my friend. Hope you are doing well this week as well. Universal Key. Good evening to you. Love seeing everybody in here. Throwing the happy 4th of July around. We got the Ben Thomas show. Hey, everyone. What is going on, Ben? Good friend of the channel. Of course, we got this guy in here. As always, X-Man Supreme. We also have Kevin. Look forward to listening to this while I work in the office. Yeah, man, if we can be, if you can watch us on YouTube, if you can just listen to us, anything is great. We appreciate it. Darth Kibbles, channel member. Hey, everyone. Too sweet. Got my friend Off the Wall. Good evening, fellow collectors. Hope everyone's having a great night. We got Fig Poser. What up? We got the Moose Dream in here. Hello, community of collectors. This guy every week is just buying like handfuls of figures. He's got Saving Private Ryan figs. Just need Ed Burns. Reben to complete. Medic Wade pre-ordered. This guy, man, he's an animal. Let's see. We got Conquer Knight in the house. Man, this guy's been watching us, I think, since the beginning too. So I appreciate him. Hey, does Sneaker come on the show anymore, or is he doing his own thing right now? Yeah, Sneaker's doing his own thing right now. Just didn't really have enough time to continue Wolfpack and kind of wanted to focus on his own stuff. But still a friend of the channel, and yeah, we wish him the best, of course. We got Joe P. Hello, collectors. Hello. Chris Santos. What up? Jedi Knights. DLO. And I didn't want to do this too late because I knew the chat would be harder and harder to get through. But we got SG Collectibles. What's up, Wolfpack? Big Dog Pound. X-Man, throw him a woo.
Woo!
Wow.
We got Johnny Chronicles. That was great, by the way, X-Man. Good evening, gentlemen.
Nature
Got my
boy.
Hot Toys Deadpool special edition today. Very nice. Very nice.
It's a good
If
figure.
I missed anybody, I do apologize. We got Field of Burn. What's up, Robert? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Stacy, good evening to you. Welcome to the show. We're just getting started. I want to be just like D-Lo when I grow up.
Don't be like me at all.
We got my father Django says, yellow Wolfpack. What's going on, my friend? Silly Vanilli, what's up, Brandon? Hope you're having a great week as well, and thank you for stopping in. Blue Tattoo is stopping in early. Good to see this guy. Hello, welcome. And we got Neil Horrific. Sorry for joining late. Greetings all. Nah, we're just getting going, man. Just learning a little bit more about X-Man and who he is and what makes him who he is. We got Jose Plus. What's up, everyone? Hello, Jose. Happy 4th to you. We got Collection Obsession channel member. Hello there. Yeah, this guy sucks to display 80 plus Star Wars helmets and Marvel helmets. That's why it's like at some point you just got to pick and choose, and it sucks, but that is what it is. We got Travis in the house. Hello, Travis. Welcome to the show. Geo, the movie canon. Good evening, collectors. Wolfpack Dave. He's in the house. We got Dead Boy Ethan. Where is Deadpool 3 Wolverine? Yeah, that one's more than due.
Hopefully soon, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jazzy, I'm staying for Star Wars talk. You know what?
No
Gosh,
way.
we really don't really have much Star Wars tonight, my friend. And I know you're bummed. Mike Literis, channel member, says hi. Hello, Mike. And he's given the Big Dog Pound 1 a woo as well. Trash Panda, what is up, my friend? How are you? Local Lou, good to see this guy in the house. What's poppin', people? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Happy 4th to you as well. Oh, God. Oh, DLO just got off the screen, but he'd have a kick out of this one. But yeah, he says, I've been watching
I saw it.
Scale Symposium. Appreciate you, my friend. You are one of the real ones.
You're a real one, Conquer.
Conquer is a real one. I'm going to give him a little something special.
Thank you so very fucking much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
He's one of the real ones, you know? Oh, man. Valkyrie, $1.99 super chat. Great to see X-Man Supreme in the show. I know Valkyrie's on the docket as well. We got a list of people, so don't feel left out, everybody. Your time will come. I promise. Valkyrie, appreciate you, my friend. This one's for you.
And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Just happy to be here. Local Lou says he just got patched and he's happy with it. So there you go, Axman.
Yeah.
God. Leave me alone, Jazzy. Leave me alone. You know, it was my first live show, and I was trying to think, like, what do we call it? Like 1/6 collecting. You know, I'm trying to think of something different, something that stands out from everybody else, and just want a little bit of zing with it too.
I felt like you went through the trap that most like content creators go through. Like it has to match, you know,
Right.
6
Right.
scale. Symposium.
It goes, it flows.
It matches. I don't know about flows and goes, but it
We
definitely
trialed
matches.
it for a while, but I'm much happier with Wolfpack. So
Sounds like a 1/6 opera. The way it sounded like to me.
6 scale
hey.
simping.
Hey,
Local Lou
all
says,
right.
hit that like button. We do have 76 to start the show tonight. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Hitting that like button really does help out a lot. Do have some housekeeping stuff before we get into some of the news here, and it'll be quick. Like DLO said, hey, we got a Wolfpack collecting Facebook group. I don't see our friendly moderator in the chat tonight, but I do have the link in the description below, so you can join us if you want more Wolfpack. Like DLO says, if you love Wolfpack and you want it every day, a good place to hang out and share news, collections, ideas, stuff like that. So It's really been fun so far. I think it's been almost 2 weeks, so I can't believe it's been that long already. Yeah. But yeah, we're approaching 150 members, so we'd love it if you guys would join if you haven't already. Also, September 5th through the 6th, we're doing a 1/6 celebration 2025, and if this goes well, this might be an annual thing, which would be fun. This is a 24-hour event, but it's not just one channel. So I actually get the honor of kicking this off, which is great. Appreciate all the work that Brick did putting this together. I know he's been working on it for months, and good to see this finally come into fruition, and all the people that decided to collaborate with us. It's really cool that we're bringing everybody together and going to be streaming. So these are all Pacific times, p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to kick it off. I'll go for 2 hours, and then you'll jump over to the Ben Thomas Show, and then Collecting Weekly, and so on and so forth. And no matter where you are in the globe, you'll be able to check some people out, or stay up with us and hang out with us. And I'm looking for guests to be on my spot here. I'm hoping DLO will join me, but if anybody else wants to join, you just hit me up, and we'll have tryouts. I'm just kidding, but seriously, make it fast. If you want to join and be on the show with me, let me know. Love to hang out with you. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it all brings. So yeah, just keep that in the back of your pocket there. September 5th through the 6th. Outside of that, I think we're pretty much caught up. Although the GOAT himself throwing out a super chat, says epic stream. Thank you so much, Brian. But seriously, if you want to collaborate on something else, just let me know. If you want to be on the show, just let me know. We've been prying at Brian for years to get him on the show, but I know how busy he is, getting all these module cases out to everybody, thinking of new ideas and new designs and stuff like that. So I know this guy is super busy, but I do appreciate everything that he does for the community, and appreciate the super chat, my friend.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so very much. Thank you for having me. This is so cool, and I'm sweating my ass off for no reason. But this is like a dream for me. So thank you guys for having me on the show, and thank you for listening to me.
Too sweet, my friend.
The post won't have a laugh track for that. There, it felt like it didn't sync with the group behind them. Laughing the way it did. It's like the first time I noticed that.
I think it's there's different bands that play there, and they do it's like a really, if anybody knows what that was called, they do.
That's a Tiny Desk.
Yes, Tiny Desk. Yeah. So they'll just go on, like Cranberries did it, and a bunch of other people have done it too, where they just sing in like this room. It's really weird. There you go.
It is kind of weird. Like, we used to have MTV Unplugged, and we just called it a day, acoustic, right. And that's it.
MTV, man.
Looks like a little record store or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
I like the vibe.
It's cool.
I would like to go there. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. We got Clinton Martin joining us. Hello, my friend. Welcome in. Adam says 24-hour epic stream. Brick says the fact that we got all these amazing people together is so cool.
It is cool.
We got music and collectibles. Good show tonight, gentlemen. First Hot Toys video I watched since I moved to my new house. Just feels like home now. Man, appreciate it. Yeah. Let us know which video that was. That was your first one. Yeah, Jazzy's been hanging around for a while too, man. X-Man's been hanging around for a while too, though. Let's see. Make sure. Look at this. We got Hot Toys Hotline joining us tonight. Wow. Brick not on to talk about Superman. Some fan, huh? Yeah, well.
Just stirring the pot there, Connor. Stirring the pot.
Let's see. They're just going back and forth here. But Connor's one of the real ones too. So if you guys haven't, go over to his channel, give him a subscription. and check out his content as well. He's a really good dude in the community as well. And I think we are caught up. So I asked the chat, what do you want to talk about first? Or what are you most excited to talk about first? And I've let this run for a while, so let's see where we're at. 40% said Superman leak. 27% said other. I'm not sure what the other would be, so let me know in the chat. InArt, Michael Jackson, 20%. JND Joker, 11%. I could have guessed the Joker would probably be last because I don't think, even if you like that figure, you probably can't afford it, right? So, like, everybody that was looking at the pictures, and we'll look at it a little bit, but everybody that was looking at the pictures was like, it looks better, like they improved it, but I can still get InArt or Hot Toys for like a third of the price. So
Pretty much.
That Hot Toy is no slouch.
You'd think J&D would kind of know that going in. Like, do you think your product's going to be so good that people aren't going to care about the price? Like, I don't know. Like,
You know,
you know what? We're on it. We're on it. Let's just start with that, even though that was last.
I got something for that right there. I got something for that question.
We ask the fans what they want, but instead we're doing this.
Give them the opposite.
No, wait, these are the updated photos? I thought these were the original.
Oh, hold on here. No, you're right. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Did they throw up the originals too?
This is with the InArt and comparison, right? Let me just check. Wow. Looks pretty good. I like the rooted hair though. So that's InArt.
Oh, they're like, let's pick the InArt with the sculpted
Right, I was
hair.
thinking the same thing. Like,
Let's
why not
do
get the
that.
rooted one out? You know? Exactly. That was my first thought too. Like, all
Hey,
right.
it's a great
Yeah,
marketing tactic. Great
Like
marketing.
we wouldn't notice. We noticed.
Does anybody have the updated photos that they could send me? I tried searching for it and it didn't pop up.
Let me see if I can find it for you, bro.
Oh, here. Well, here's the ones I posted. There's a couple. Yikes. I mean, the hair, it's so hard to get rooted hair right.
It looks fine.
It looks short. It looks
In the
short.
head, at least, you mean? Like it's narrow or?
No, the hair. It looks
Oh, the
short.
hair? I guess. I don't know. It's not hidden for me. I just.
It doesn't have any weight to it. Is the problem? The hair.
It doesn't look like Heath Ledger to me. Like it's just like
This looks good.
it looks like someone dressing up as Heath Ledger. I don't know. I'm just not seeing right. That's closer to what this is right here.
OG fan says JND didn't make this for the 1/6 community. They made it for their statue collectors who are running out of room. Very arrogant.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people, like in Japan, for example, right? Like they don't have room. So like stuff like this might be more I guess realistic for them. Smaller stuff that, you know, they don't have, you know, they're in condos or apartments and stuff like that. So, you know, they really don't have the room. So maybe it is kind of for statue collectors, but also for people that just want something a little bit on the smaller scale. I don't know.
Well, you know, when Labubu takes over everything, you gotta get smaller stuff otherwise, because you got no room. When you got 40 of those little dudes.
Yeah, I can't find the originals all of a sudden.
Honestly,
InArt and Hot Toys, I think it looks better for the price, in my opinion.
yeah, I don't think it really matters, Graham.
Yeah, I mean, these are photos of the updated ones, and I will say though, good for them for at least going back and correcting it and not just saying you're gonna like this and this is what we're coming out with. Like, they actually fixed it, and they should for what they're going to be charging. So, but it is kind of funny that they're like picking on sculpted InArt Joker here. But yeah, like
the tailoring looks really good. Like I prefer the clothing compared to the InArt one, but the InArt one was never really that great as far as the jacket is concerned. I always had a problem with that there. But again, like this is like a fraction of the price though. I would still pick the InArt one over this one over here. Just the simplicity of like the head sculpt has got to be the biggest destroyer. I mean, it's a normal figure with clothes on. Like the head sculpt has to be perfect. In my opinion, I don't know. It doesn't look like Heath Ledger enough for me. It looks like somebody cosplaying this. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not for me, for the price, for the accuracy of it there. Like, this looks better than the prototype that they originally shared with us. I will give them credit for at least going back and fixing a lot of it there, but I just feel like it's not enough fixed to, if I was in the market, I'm not saying I am or will ever be, but if I was in the market, I don't think I'd be 100% like satisfied with this one.
Sure. I honestly think it looks really good outside of the rooted hair. I don't know. There's something about rooted hair, guys, that I just can't get past. But I'm not paying. What is this? $1,000? $1,000?
Yeah, I think there was like two SKUs with the dogs. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, Conquer says they have two versions: short hair and long hair. You could pick which one you ordered. So yeah, it's just, if I ever spend that much for one 6 scale figure, please just shoot me. I get it. Like, everybody has their figure that they'd almost like spend any amount of money to get. But if I ever reach that peak of spending on one single figure, like it's over for me. So having said that, if there was one figure that you guys would pay an endless amount for, which would it be? Like, maybe something that you just need in the collection that hasn't been made, or your favorite, maybe something that is out, but you would want to see it done like perfectly, like to the max. Like, is there a figure that you would maybe not spend $1,000 for, but you'd say, I don't care what it costs, I gotta get it? While you guys ponder, I will sip on my drink.
Ironically enough, this would have been a great answer, but somebody else is already tackling it, and we don't know when it's going to happen. But honestly, Superman and Clark Kent, the InArt one, is like really high on my radar of things there, the Christopher Reeve one. So, I mean, for years, I've always wanted that, and that would have been my answer easily. Because you can always find Batman stuff, but Superman doesn't always get as much love in the figure world as much as like Clark Kent. I always feel like I always like Clark Kent a lot, as far as like the different personalities and stuff like that. And I don't know, no one really makes Clark Kent, so that would have been my answer. But InArt's already tackling that one, so I'm just hoping that one comes out good. Because I don't care what the price is, that one's coming home.
How about you, X-Man?
It would be a comic accurate Wolverine.
Okay.
And I know we got the Hono, but I mean, like, I want either the brown suit or the tiger stripe, whichever one, because they're both really good suits. But I want them to be properly scaled. That's been my biggest bitch about every Wolverine that's ever come out. And obviously, the Hugh Jackman ones are not going to be small because he's a large person.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that's him and that's fine. But I want, like, not until recently did Mondo even make a properly scaled Wolverine for the rest of their X-Men. Like, this new one that has been pushed back for some reason, he's about right. Like, he's in that between 10 and 11 inch, space where he's feasibly short, like he should be. He could probably be a little bit shorter, if I'm being honest. But he looks so much better than the previous one that they put out, which is a really good figure. But he's still way too friggin' tall. He's almost as tall as Sabretooth, and that's insane.
Sure.
So for me, it would be a properly scaled Wolverine, and no one ever seems to want to do it. Unless you're like in the smaller scales already, which, like, I think Mafex, I think they were doing it with their X-Men. But I don't live there. I want 6 scale. So
right.
Yeah.
No, I get it, man. Those are both really good choices. And Big Dog Pound says I have Heath Ledger Joker fatigue, and it's honestly, somebody said arrogant it's honestly kind of arrogant to do this now when we got InArt, then we got Hot Toys. Like, I mean, I love Joker as much as the next guy, maybe even more, but it's just bad timing. It seems like too. Like why would you do this figure now when other companies just did it and they've done it for a fraction of the price? I don't know. Like, it's just a little curious on the choice there. You know, there's already Hot Toys InArt. Both of them look better and are cheaper. Go ahead.
Well, I think the key word is the arrogance part, because I think they felt in their hearts of hearts they could absolutely demolish those two competing figures over there. And, you know, there's a lot to like about the JND one there, but I just feel like when you're asking that number, that what you're asking for, and everybody's gonna have a different opinion if you made it worth it or not. Like, there's not gonna be one person that, not gonna be everybody unanimously gonna say, yes, you 100% nailed it. Because I think at that point, you can't help but take the comparison of Hot Toys InArt into consideration when you factor in what you're looking at for the price that JND is asking for. So at the end of the day, this might be phenomenal, but I think when you put a sticker as high as that, it's very hard to justify.
Right. And like OG fan said, they almost can't be targeting us because they should know better. Like, we're fickle, you know, we're already pissing and moaning about how much we pay for 1/6 scale figures now. So the fact, like, why are we going to triple that? So Brandon, though, has a really good one. 90s Ninja Turtles, seamless body and everything. That 4-pack of that would be
that needs to happen.
Yes,
that needs to happen. Does anybody not want that? Seriously,
I would love
someone is screwing up by not doing that.
Yeah, 1990 TMNT, I'd be on board for that.
They could do Casey Jones.
April,
and they could do April,
Winter,
and they could do
Shredder.
Yeah, they could do everybody. They could do a couple of foot soldiers. People love the army build. People would army build foot soldiers.
I've asked this in the past, and maybe somebody's answered it, but does NECA own like the rights to TMNT? Like, are they the sole owners of that?
No, there are others.
Okay.
Who is it? Is it Super 7, I think? Somebody is doing like the old Playmate style turtles again.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen that. I know what you're talking about.
Because they still had the molds, the original molds. So they're doing those. So there are several companies I think that have, but nobody's doing other scales. It's mostly just, you know, the smaller stuff, except for NECA when they did the quarter scale. But like, come on, man, give me some turtles that can play with my Batman. Let me have John Wick fighting my turtles. Come on, dude.
Fighting my turtle.
There you go.
That's what I want, man. That's what I want to play with them like that. Let me put Michelangelo on a ship with Jack Sparrow. That's what I want to do. You know? Come on, man. His head will probably fit that hat too.
Dead Boy Ethan definitely seems salty about how many Jokers there have been over the last couple of years, so I don't think he's looking forward to seeing another one.
I think the thing about this one is that if you're going to be, and again, like, you know, like they were saying, oh, this isn't for the 6 scale community. Okay, buddy, sure. But if you're going to be at such a high price point compared to everybody else in that same market, you need to wow everybody. You need to be this needs to be leagues ahead of every other Joker that's out there, and he's not. He's good, but is he? I mean, how much better is he than the Hot Toys one, right?
Yep.
And that's the lowest cost that you're gonna find at retail, anyway, depending on, you know, what's going on. I mean, this is not that much better to cost that much more.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
SG says, good question. Who would y'all like JND to make from the Dark Knight that would like convince you to buy it? I mean, are we looking at $1,000 still? Because, like I said, I told you guys to shoot me if I ever do that. So
I'd like him to make tracks. Assholes and elbows, go.
I mean, it's tough because I pretty much have everything.
Yeah, plus the key thing is you got to wow me at that price range too. Like that's the like.
I mean,
when you're that high, you have to factor in the price in your decision making, because you know there's other companies who make very, very good figures that, you know, you may be satisfied with for a fraction of the cost. So, like, that's where the JND thing is so weird, because like you can't take the figure at its 100% at its point without factoring in the price there, because there's so many other comparisons that honestly I would pick the InArt or the Hot Toys over this JND one, and this is considered by their standards the ultimate Heath Ledger. Well, I'll take DX32 over this one.
Yeah,
that's all the whole point of JND is status. It's like, why do you buy a BMW?
Right.
Sure.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking car wise. Like, I feel like we're happy driving Corvettes, right? You know, they're fast. They're a little bit more budget friendly supercar, right? But then if you're gonna put a Lamborghini to market, like you can't compare the two, right? But I don't think this is a Lamborghini compared to what we got on the other side of the coin here. You know what I mean? So it's like it's an upgrade, but you figure this is like an extra $500 for, I don't think, a worthy enough upgrade to justify jumping to the next level.
You're paying for the brand.
You're paying for the status. It's to say, like, I have the most expensive version of this here.
Yeah.
But no one wants it. It's not worth nothing.
The only Dark Knight figures or Dark Knight trilogy figures that I even need would be like Ra's al Ghul, and I need a Gordon, but there's no way I'm paying even half of what the price would be. You know, for those figures. Like, they're not must-haves, but I would like to add them. But outside of that, I mean, I got the OT Customs Batman Begins and Dark Knight now, and, you know, Bane's new, Catwoman's new. I got Bank Robber Joker. I'd love to see like I'd love to see a Nurse Joker, but it's not like I'm not going to overpay for something like that either. Like, I don't need it. So I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, Mike says, would people be happy with 90s Turtles from NECA in 6 scale?
I would.
Yeah,
the Turtles are great.
They do an amazing job. I think you could figure that out. Like, you know, give it its own.
I haven't done it yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they do the 7-inch and then they do the quarter scale, which is, it's odd, but hey, I mean, that 7-inch, like, you know, Black Series and all that stuff, like, it's got a big following too, so I get why they do it.
Oh, Graham, did you see they're doing a re-release of the quarter scale trench coat Raphael?
I did see that. Yeah,
I almost bought that shit today. I saw that, I was like, oh man, I almost did it, and I was like, no, I don't have room. I just bought 2 other things I wasn't planning on buying before. I'm good.
It's
but
tough.
Man, he looks good.
Kibble says, if you're going to spend $1,000, why not just buy a statue and just figure out the space? I kind of agree with that.
That's my thinking. Yeah.
Like, I would get the JND 89 Batman goes for more than $1,000, I think, but probably double that. But still, like, you're already in the statue territory. You know, at that point, maybe just save a little bit and figure it out.
Like, the presence would be so much better at a statue at that point. Like, you imagine sticking $1,000, $1,500, whatever this JND, right next to your armory Batman. Like, it would. The problem is it would blend in. It wouldn't stick out, other than the fact that you know what you paid for it. So I mean,
I'd hate myself for it.
Yeah, and it would kind of be a reminder, like, man, I spent way too much money on this thing. I don't know. Unless like everything in my collection was at that price range, which that's where it's FU money, and who cares, right? Then that's a whole different kind of collection. But I mean, it's a modest collection with multiple figures that kind of, you know, help each other out. You don't need this. You just
don't their statues retail at like $2,000 to $3,000 anyway?
Yeah, JND's.
Yeah, they're on the higher end.
Because I was looking at the 89 Batman, and I think it was like $2,300 or something for that.
Nah, dude, Sideshow's got you, bro.
What do they got?
Sideshow's got. It was a Sideshow, or is it Prime? It might be Prime 1.
Maybe it was Prime 189.
It might be Prime 1.
Yeah, I think it was.
It is Prime 1.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not near that. It's not near.
I'm not a statue collector. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was Prime 1. That one looks cool with the 89 Batman standing there.
That's the one where he's going down the steps, isn't it?
Nope. This is a new one.
There's like 3 or 4 different 89
right.
statues out there right now.
Yeah, I think the going down the steps one's a bit older. but the newer one coming out, because you can do a 2-pack too with Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah, that's right. That
It
is
looks
Prime 1.
sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of 89 Batman, we have Batman collectibles in the house. Got back safely to Tennessee from LA. Hope you enjoyed your trip, my friend, with the $1.99 super chat, which means so much more to me because I know we just spent a ton on his little vacation. So he says, could you imagine a Nicholson Joker? I'd buy that.
I do need to get that Joker. That's one that I have to have.
The Joker's awesome. One of the last Grails still standing. And still a great figure too. Stands the test of time. If you can find one for a good price, I definitely recommend getting it. But
I did, and I passed it up too. I was like, well, I'll wait. And it was just like a shade under 500, I think.
yeah, then I don't blame you. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd feel more comfortable 4 at the most. But that's hard to find too.
Yeah.
Would JND Nicholson Joker make you guys contemplate it?
No.
As much as I would love that, I just don't think I could cross that
I'm
line.
fundamentally against.
You do
JND,
collector math, dude. That's 3 figures right
I
there.
know.
That's 3 figures.
But
And you can still
you
buy.
could use that reverse though, guys. You could be like, well, I can just sacrifice 2 other figures and I'll get this. Like, I'll just cut a couple pre-orders.
No, go on.
It almost
eBay and buy
makes
the
it a little bit
DX.
more doable when you think about it like that.
I mean, look, you're justified anything you really, really want.
True.
Bottom line is
Yeah.
like, I don't really, really want this, and I would much rather have 3 figures.
I get you. I'm just
Not
throwing it out there.
not poo-pooing it. I'm sure there's some people that are like, this is exactly what their Joker looks like, and more power to you. Mine just happens to be different than yours. I'm happy with mine, and I'm happy what I paid for it, and I'm all goofy. I'm all good.
And as much as I love Heath Ledger and the part that he played, I'm not saying I got fatigued, but I would be okay if we didn't get another Joker.
We need a break. We really do, because it was on hiatus for a while, and then InArt did theirs, and Hot Toys jumped on the bandwagon, JND right behind them as well too. But that's been like 3 years straight of
I know
Heath Ledger
Brick's
Joker.
sick of it.
It's just like, you can love Heath Ledger Joker as much as you want, but I mean, it's no different than pizza. I mean, I can eat a lot of pizza before I get sick of it. Eventually, I will get sick of pizza too.
Right.
And that's all it is here. So,
But at least there's options. That's a good thing.
That's true.
That's the great thing.
That's true.
Yeah, and there's so many of them out there that like I can see people getting like pretty good deals on the Joker that they want, and that's great. I think that's awesome. Is it great for the collecting community long term? Probably not. Probably not great for the game, but at least there's there's a silver lining at least.
No, for sure.
definitely.
X-Man has the positivity going tonight. I appreciate that. And Batman Collectibles, hey, thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Thank you very fucking much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
Also, I did miss Calvin. He joined us tonight. Low-key Collector. I can't find you right now, Calvin, but I see you. I see you out there.
What's up, broski?
Appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. And Brandon says, if you eat a lot of pizza, you will become a Ninja Turtle. He's done it. He's
Gonna
done
be
it.
as round as a turtle if I eat that much pizza, but yeah.
But yeah, not even a Nicholson Joker would make me buy JND. Cool, man. Well, hey, we don't have to harp on this too much, but I actually really enjoyed the conversation that we had about it. So I hope you guys did too. I mean, it's Batman. We gotta love our Batman. Let's see here. I don't have the best photos here, but going on to the next thing. Hot Toy Superman leaked before announced to the actual crew, the actors that played in the Superman movie, as well as James Gunn. We just have a couple images. They're not the sharpest or anything. There's a video out there if you guys want to see, but we got some stills so we could just kind of focus on the figure. And Hot Toys teased this, I don't know what, maybe a month ago. And I'm sure they're going to announce this, I would say, in the next week. Superman comes out next week. Anybody going to see it next weekend? I am.
Oh, most
With
definitely.
Brick. X-Men, you want to see this?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it right away. I might be.
You fake fan.
When I'm working, and it's like the full day and into the night, and I really don't have time for leisure stuff so much during those weekends. But I might do it like the following, like Monday or Tuesday. Like I'm fortunate enough to have, like, in this small town, there's like one theater, and I can go, as soon as they open up in the afternoon, and not have, a full packed theater, and I can pick my own seat because, now it's that whole buy your ticket, choose your seat up front garbage everywhere else. And it's like, look, man, when I go to a theater, I want to get there early. I want to get my seat, and I want to not have some random person squeezed in right next to me. I hate that. I hate that so much. It's like men's room stall etiquette, right? Like, you go to the urinal, you don't get right next to there's space. you skip one, like that's how I want to do my movie experience. And I can't get crammed in like sardines, man. That just ruins it for me. Have some dude open mouth chewing his popcorn in my ear. Nah, dude. I can't with that.
Listen, I totally get that, man. For this one, Superman, I feel like I want to not only experience the movie, I want to experience the audience in this one over here. It just feels like, I don't know, I've got high expectations, being friends with a guy like Brick, where he's like talking about Superman nonstop since like they've announced the movie. It can't help but like, obviously, kind of rub off on you a little bit. So I'm excited for the movie. I want to see how everybody else reacts to it. So I want that kind of experience personally for me. So for me, for these kind of like epic kind of movies, I want the full experience. So Dolby surround sound, GDX, I mean the whole works. It's like, yeah, I'm ready for this movie to come out like yesterday.
Are we all excited for the DC reboot? I feel like it's hard to make a Superman film, like an epic Superman film. But I'm hoping they do well here. What do you guys think of like the more classic looking Superman as opposed to like Henry Cavill? Do you think you guys liking this look?
Well, it's not really. There are classic elements, but it's not the classic. It's like there's a lot of stuff to this suit that really sets it apart from your standard Superman suit, which in some cases is good. I don't know, man. This suit feels a little weird to me. Like certain elements, like the piping, it draws my eyes too much to it.
Sure.
I think. Not to say that it's bad, but it does.
I agree.
It's distracting to me.
I think yes. I think that's a good word. I think distracting. I think the piping is a little distracting to it. Kind of clunks it up just a little bit. But DLO, trunks or no trunks?
I've hated the trunks since I was a kid. No, but honestly, I was so relieved when Cavill didn't have them there. I thought, oh, that's a good looking suit. But I feel like now that I'm older, I've matured. I feel like the trunks, I'm glad they're back. I know that sounds kind of weird. Like, I've hated them since as long as they're in, because I just thought that was the dumbest superhero trope for the longest time. Batman especially. I think Batman should never wear trunks. But like something about Superman, it just feels like you gotta have them. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. But I just feel like he doesn't. The costume is not complete without him. So I'm okay with it. And I'm the suit is growing on me. I have all the same reservations as you, X-Men. It is kind of distracting, but I think the more I've seen of the movie, I feel like they've made the suit look better. I don't know what it is. Maybe they just make it look a little tighter because it looked kind of loose and baggy in the beginning. But over time, I think in figure form, it looks really good. What do you guys think about figure form?
Yeah, and I like the base that is coming with it. And Crypto is going to be an accessory too, so that's really cool. I dig that. Like, I'm not I enjoy Superman, but he's never been my favorite. He was always like a little too perfect for me. Like Batman was like just some dude, right? Whose parents died and decided he wanted to fight crime. And I don't know, I was just drawn to that more. Like Superman always seemed a little too perfect, like so strong, could do anything. So kind of like, But I do like him, but I don't know, like I'm still not sure if I'm gonna get this figure or not. And maybe if I'm blown away by the movie, it's probably gonna be a done deal. But I also don't want to do a hype buy, right? So like, it's tough. I don't know where I stand with this figure right now.
See, I think this suit's gonna look better in the movie than it is on the figure. I think is how that's gonna go. Like and I'm kind of the same way too. Like when I was a kid, like I thought Superman was boring. I didn't really care that much. Like I liked him as a superhero, but I didn't really care enough to like read the comics so much. When Doomsday showed up, there was the hype train around that, and I got into that, and I started reading the books then, and I kind of got into him for a little while, and then I kind of got out. In the movies, he's always been better to me, I think. But as I got older, you know, I appreciate the character for what he represents. And I appreciate the character for how he's been written over the years to be, you know, in a way, the most human superhero, even though he's, you know, the most powerful, at least in most cases. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good movie. I think it's going to be the one thing that James Gunn does that I think for the most part people can agree on is that he puts a lot of heart into his movies.
True. And
that's something that Superman needs. And I don't think he had enough of that in the Snyderverse. I love Henry Cavill as Superman, but I hate Snyderverse Superman. Right? Like he could be so much better. And I would love to see Henry Cavill be so much better in that role. And he was great. But I wish he would have given him something better. You know? But like I think Corn Sweat will do good. I don't know anything about him, which I like. You know, kind of a clean slate kind of thing. That's nice. This isn't going to be the Superman for me though. I'm waiting on Reeve.
All right.
I want that. I want that InArt Christopher Reeve. I want that one.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like everybody in the chat is like just sick of DC starting over every couple of years. Like we just want to see good stuff that we can kind of enjoy for a while. You know.
See, I like that aspect.
DC's done some really good stuff, but they've also just done some real stinkers. So
that's the part about it that I think is great, is because especially for the more casual fans of superheroes who don't get into the comics, those people now get to understand what the rest of us have had to deal with throughout our entire fandom. Every so often, you get a retcon, you get a reboot, you get a big universe-breaking event where everything changes. You know, you get your friggin' your crises. You know, you get your end games, you get your big retooling of the universe, and we're about to see it in the MCU where it's all gonna flip on its head and change, and you're gonna see new versions of old characters, and they're gonna be different in some ways that you're probably not gonna like. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. I think the comic fans get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie fans, probably a lot of them won't. And I think that they can come in and live where we've lived and understand that if you want to be a superhero fan, this is what you got to put up with. This is what you got to deal with. This is where you got to be. You got to be in this room now. And I love that. I'm misery loves company, man. I think that's great.
D'Lo, are you getting this no matter what?
I want to say yes, only if I like the movie. I don't want to commit to something that if I'm not happy about it, then I'm not going to buy it. I think I learned my lesson 7-8 years ago through the original version of what the DCU was supposed to be like. But I mean, if I could just touch on here, like, I mean, the whole, I think, man, the old DC, like, what do we call it? The DCEU, I think it was called back then. Instead of DCU, DCEU, I think it was called. But like, I think what was going wrong for it there was a couple things. One, far too much interference, right? WB was like up in the whole thing. They wanted to speed up the whole Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, everything, and they just want to throw it into like a movie right away, right? Throw into Justice League within the third movie, right? Which is, going through the whole MCU thing. Like we had some room to breathe to get to know these characters and understand them, and understand their motivation, stuff like that. So to kind of go through that, it was it was bound to fail. All right, that was bound to fail there for sure. But I think also they were set up for failure because MCU at that time was untouchable. Like you were not going to compete with that. And I think that was the biggest thing for moviegoers, that because when they went to go see a DC movie, it was not MCU. So there's a lot of people with a lot of negative thoughts about that there. True fans as well too. I mean, they've had their thoughts as well too. But I think overall, I think this time around, I think there's a better opportunity for Superman to be successful this go around under this new universe that they're building, simply because there's no added pressure at this point. They've already done the mistakes. Hopefully they learn from them, and then we get a proper Superman out of this, and then a proper universe for DC to kind of breathe and grow like the way the MCU did. Plus, with the MCU being where it is right now, this is a great opportunity for DC to kind of really step it up and really carve their own market out for the comic book genre and stuff. But I would say, like, Corn Sweat, I think this is a good starting place, man. I like the figure. Yeah. I like the suit. It's very nostalgic with a little bit of modern flares to it there. Not for everybody. I totally get that.
Traditional look.
Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, if this movie is an 8 out of 10, this thing is coming home, right? I think so. I really genuinely do believe that there. So we'll see what's up with everything over here. But I think honestly, like, this is going to be worth the hype. Like, I just feel like I got a good feeling about this one over here. So we'll see what happens. But
Rick was wondering how he's being held up. I couldn't see a pole or anything. I was wondering if the base maybe had
the
something.
base.
The base
it looks
that,
like it's like that peg, like the InArt Superman does.
Yeah, coming into his back. Yeah, because he's got that ice crystal coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Coming right up his ass.
Video, when you see the video, you see it like right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know how that cape is working around because you can't really see so well how it's going through the cape or around the cape or what. But I think it's a really good choice rather than doing just a flight pole. Make it environmental so it blends in. And
they've got to get a little better at that. Hot Toys, a little bit more innovative, and they've kind of started with like Indiana Jones, Joker. With either the leg brace or the foot peg. I like that stuff a lot because I don't like waist grabbers crotch grabbers are okay, but like if we don't have to see them, it just, we're all better for it. So if they can be a little bit more innovative with some of that stuff, I think that would go a long way as well. But I think it looks good too. I'm excited to see the movie. I hope my kids like it because otherwise they'll be pissing me off the whole time. Can we, when's it over? Stuff like that. So I hope they like it because they're going with us, but it'll be interesting. Any final thoughts, boys, on this Superman? We don't want to talk too much because obviously he will be announced and then we'll talk about him again. So,
there was one part in the that's making the rounds right now. For some reason, I don't know why it's getting misconstrued here, but people are saying that David Cornsworth did not like the figure, like, of himself.
Didn't see his likeness.
You're putting words in his mouth. He didn't say that. He said he saw Superman, which for him, that was like, the way I took it, that was the ultimate compliment to the character. It wasn't a like, I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't look like me. First of all, he approved this. Just remember how this whole process works, ladies and gentlemen. They approve it before they make it. So obviously he saw it. He approved it before. He was trying to be poetic with the how he feels about the character. Because you're right. I mean, when they showed this to me, he didn't have the Superman haircut. He had a beard on. That is Superman. And I think that was the message he was trying to get across here. So I see it. To me, it looks like Superman, at least how I like to see Superman look. So yeah, I think this is going to be a stellar picture. We need more photos, and I'm sure everybody's going to be fine with this here.
Jesus, big dog pound. If this movie is just like Black Adam, I will pass on this figure. I couldn't even watch Black Adam. I tried. I got 10 minutes in, and I was just bored. But
didn't miss much.
See, that's the thing. Whew, well, but yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty quick here. The last thing that I wanted though to ask you guys before we move on to something else, have we ever seen this before, where a Hot Toys proto leaked kind of before it was announced, but like leaked in this way where it was like shown off? And I can't remember like ever seeing. I guess they teased it so we kind of knew it was coming. But I don't ever remember seeing a proto before it was announced, unless it was like at an event, right? But that never guarantees anything either. So like, I don't know, it just seems weird because we knew this was coming, and all of a sudden people were just like seeing it. And
Well, they did battle damage Deadpool.
That was in collaboration though with Ren.
Yeah, that wasn't. It wasn't quite like this.
Yeah,
But
I think this probably is the first.
it was just weird because I don't remember seeing anything like that. So I was just curious if I missed it. But
they reposted the video though. You saw that Hot Toys official website?
I did see that. Yeah, it's on their page. So
yeah. Hot Toys probably didn't know that it was going to be shown before they announced it though. So I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were taken by surprise. Like, Howard, you're never going to believe what I just saw.
Howard. All right, so before we get to the community collections, guys, stay with us. I do want to just touch upon a little bit of InArt news. We have the Michael Jackson figure. Definitely not something that I have any interest in or anything like that, but at the same time, it's still news. It's still out. I actually forgot all about this figure, to be completely honest, until it popped up here. But DLO, what are your thoughts on this as we kind of just look at the video?
You know what? Actually, this is the first time I've actually seen the video. I didn't even bother to check
I haven't watched it yet either.
Here. So, I mean, so this is from his King of Pop tour. I think it was called back in the day here. But, I mean, I saw bits and pieces of this here where I saw, like, I guess the box lights up as well, too, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty damn impressive. I'm not going to front. Me, personally, I wasn't a big Michael Jackson fan as far as this era of Michael. I was more of a Billie Jean kind of guy personally, but I mean, as far as the figure itself here, it looks outstanding. I think the last one we got was was it Thriller? I think it was the last Hot Toys Michael Jackson that was made there. Thank you, Dangerous Tour. Thank you, Doc Back, for correcting me there. It's correct. So yeah, it's been a minute. But I mean, it's sick. I mean, the figure, the suit, the outfit is, at least in my eye, from my memory, extremely accurate to what I remember him looking like on that tour. I think this was the HBO special, if I'm not mistaken. I think that he did. So, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not for me. I like it. It looks good, but I'm good.
What the fuck, man?
Damn, Jazzy. See, everybody's thinking the same thing, but no one wants to say that. You had to throw out the joke.
Nobody wanted to say it.
We're all trying.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
We're all trying to be respectful. Oh man, Jazzy.
Saying the quiet part out loud, man.
You know exactly. Thank you, X-Men. Yeah, X-Men, you go. I don't got nothing to say. I'm turning red over here after reading that. What the hell, Jazzy? What the hell, bro?
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Where do we go from here, guys?
How do you follow that? You know,
I don't even know. Oh man,
he looks great. This is a great looking figure. I remember when they teased this, when they showed it at the whatever the convention was, and he had a bigger stage that made more sense.
Sure.
But you got this tiny little thing with these dinky little munchkin stairs, which is,
I kind of like it though, because you don't want it to be too
cool.
big.
Yeah,
So
but they could have at least, like, you know, made the stairs make sense. You know, at least do that. But like, even still, I think it's a great looking figure. I don't know if it is the version of Michael Jackson I would have chosen, but I can tell you, it's going to be cool seeing somebody having him and Slash up there with him. That's going to be pretty cool. So definitely,
I'm just
he looks
starting
good.
a poll here. I'm still kind of stuck off of that.
This sucked the life of the conversation, Jazzy.
I was gonna say, are you grabbing this Michael Jackson? I'm trying to find a different word now because it's grabbing and like.
So, not a magnetic stand this time. It appears. It looks like we have a crotch grabber for Michael Jackson, ironically.
And then there is the thing that supports him. Yes.
Honestly, like InArt, I mean, you gotta give him props. Like, sure, maybe Joker doesn't stand up to the Hot Toys Joker, but like their figures,
They're getting better,
what
dude.
they're doing. Like, I love that they're doing Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, stuff that we haven't gotten before, and they're doing it really well. And this Michael Jackson as well. Like, their figures look good, and their attention to detail is really good. I wish they would speed it up just a little bit, but I do feel like while they are somewhat competing with Hot Toys, I do feel like they're their own entity because they're doing it at their own pace. They're doing their own figures. The only thing I wish they would do is Game of Thrones. Like, could you please tackle that a little bit quicker? DLO, I'm sure, would like the Christopher Reeve Superman a little quicker. Like, they showed those protos
A while ago.
a long time ago, and they've been moving super slow. I don't know if the magnetic bases are a good idea. If they ditch those, I'd be fine. I much rather have what the Hot Toys did with Indiana Jones Joker. Make it stable, because over time too, even just magnetic base, even if the whole top is magnetic, those ankle joints tend to get weak over time. So, like, if we look at all of our older figures, they're not as tight as they used to be. So, yeah, but I mean, I've owned a few InArt figures, and while they still have their problems, I still think they're making some good stuff too. So it's good, like X-Man said, it's good to have the options as buyers to be able to go to different companies, but also get different IPs here. So while this isn't for me at all, just not a big Michael Jackson fan, I can appreciate just something different, right? Seeing something different for people. So did put a poll up to see if you guys are picking this up, so make sure you guys vote in that as well. Any other thoughts on this guy?
I think this one was, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard a rumor that this one's super limited. They didn't put a lot of these out here. So with the rabid fan base that Michael Jackson has, like InArt, with the quality they made, they might have just created their first true Grail, in my opinion there. So we'll see how it goes.
I also like that it's not necessarily like from a movie, right? Like it's an actual celebrity. Like it's a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they do more.
Yeah.
Musicians are cool. Like, I feel like that's like an area that we don't get enough of, quite honestly. There.
If somebody does Chris Cornell, I'm in.
Chris Cornell would be sick, but
who did that? Chris Cornell.
No one did Chris Cornell.
Nobody's done one.
I'm
Kurt
thinking
Cobain.
I'm thinking
Kurt
of Nirvana.
Cobain. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Kurt Cobain was awesome, though. I
That
wish
was
I'd gotten him.
nice. Yeah, that
Was
was.
I really wish
that
that I had
InArt?
gotten him. No, that was. I don't know the name. I think it starts with a
Help
B.
us out, chat.
Who? What's up? What are you guys
company
talking
made
about?
Kurt Cobain.
Blitzway. I've been saying that the
Oh,
whole time.
Blitzway. Yeah.
Thank you, D'Lo.
Unreal. Unreal.
Look at those dinky little steps. Look at them.
I think this is classy. I don't know. It's cool. Because what do you want, X-Man? You can't make it full scale, otherwise it's going to be enormous.
Just give him like a couple of normal size steps. You don't have to increase the size of the base. Just make the steps look like steps.
All right. So
What are these steps
musician wise,
for,
who would you guys want somebody to make as a musician?
I honestly don't think I'd collect anybody.
Nobody.
Outside of Chris Cornell, I've always wanted a Taylor Momsen. I
Okay.
would love to have a figure of her. I love her band so much.
Lainey Wilson. There you go.
Before Ozempic or after Ozempic? There's things there. That's a valid question.
There are several Bison bodies that will work.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers for me would be.
Dude, yeah.
That'd be up there for me.
See, I mean, like Blue October, Third Eye Blind, Goo Goo Dolls, those are all like bands
Kiss
that I
would
like,
be
but
good.
I wouldn't collect them, So
Kiss is very good for figures,
Kiss would be, I could see that being a big sell.
Yeah, that'd be up there for sure.
but it would cost so much
Mhm.
to get their licensing.
For sure, dude.
Yeah,
For sure.
Metallica.
Oof.
Metallica would be
Limp
sweet.
Bizkit.
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Brandon
The
said
presidents of the
Venmalized.
United States of America.
Kind of cool, actually. Dude,
And Weird Al.
I'm kind of like a history guy, and I actually like
Oh.
I like history on the I like history on the presidents, but assistant to the regional Diddy, the freak off version.
man.
Gosh.
JND's gonna make that one.
What a story, huh? What a story.
Oh, my goodness.
That is an interesting choice for sure. To say
Man,
the
like
least.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson,
Eminem needs to happen.
Eminem.
Eminem would be great.
I would
Not
buy a
gonna-
whole line of Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem would
Yeah.
be dope.
I have Eminem figures that came out like 20 years ago, and they didn't even finish the line because people were complaining about like the third one in the line because it had like a diorama of the car sinking into the
Oh,
river
from the
with Kim's
was-
leg hanging out the trunk. Yeah,
was that the Marshall Mathers like LP? I think it was.
it was, and the line was called the company was Art Asylum, and they did 3 different versions, or they were planning to do 3 versions of Eminem. One was Eminem, one was Marshall Mathers, one was Slim Shady, and Marshall Mathers, because it was from the Marshall Mathers. No, it was from the Slim Shady LP, was it?
Was
I
it?
think Kim was in the Slim Shady LP,
Could be.
but it was Marshall
Eminem.
Mathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, was the name of that particular figure, I believe. I have the other 2 on their cards still. I have to look at it, but that would have been awesome to have that.
Yeah.
If we're looking
Musicians
at
are
real
way
people,
overlooked, in my opinion.
if we're looking at real people, I want like more of like NBA or NFL players. That would be tough for me to say no to.
Well, Enterbates did NBA for
NBA,
years. Still doing it
Yeah,
right now.
they made Giannis not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made all the most popular. But NFL, we've never gotten in 1/6, and I think that's harder though.
It's
you know,
tough. Yeah, I could see why they don't do it. But would anybody get a George Lucas? Maybe not in a stormtrooper suit, but what about just a George Lucas?
either or. I'd be so down to have either or.
I'm
I
sure
don't care.
somebody like Stan Lee, like people
Yeah,
want
for
Stan Lee,
sure.
people would want George Lucas, absolutely.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
1000%. Either one.
You could just have all the Star Wars characters surrounding him.
Well, just like imagine, because I mean they made they made one of him in the stormtrooper suit before, so I mean there's precedence for that there. I'd like that in 1/6 scale. I have tons of troopers. I'd put them right next to my Solo and Luke in disguise. Bam.
Sure.
Instant.
Wasn't that Hot Toys' first figure when they
Which
were
one?
unlicensed? Didn't they make a George Lucas?
Yeah, they did. That's right. They did make a George
Oh.
Lucas. I don't know if it was the first. I think it was Tom Cruise, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
I think Mission Impossible 3, Tom Cruise was the first one they made. I could be wrong. But they definitely did make a Lucas, though. You're not wrong, for sure. They did. They should do it now.
Yeah, now he would look a lot better. I think I remember. I vaguely recall seeing that George Lucas, and it was like 98, 99 or something like that. He wasn't great.
Not their best work, for sure.
I'll have
Yeah.
to Google that. Well, how you boys doing? Hanging in there?
Yeah, peachy.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
Peachy. Some good conversations tonight. Like, yeah, just some figures we'd like to see, but not just normal figures, like celebrities or real people. That'd be interesting. Anybody want to see Taylor Swift?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Any Swifties?
I wouldn't be
I
mad
would
at
be
it.
mad at it.
Honestly, it would be funny to have Taylor Swift because she was supposed to be, or people were thinking she was going to be Lady Pool.
That's right. Yeah.
It would be funny to take the head off of Lady Pool and put Taylor Swift's head on her. I used to want just memes
I'd say I
on my
wanted
shelves. I used to just want memes, and that would be a great meme. Like, I still think about getting a Black Ranger figure and putting the Morbius head and hands on him, because it's Morbin time. Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Nice.
I think about that at least once a week.
All right, I'm gonna end this poll here. Hopefully you guys voted.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Are you picking up this Michael
Dude.
Jackson figure? 83% said no. I mean, it's definitely a targeted audience, but
It's a nice way to put it.
yeah. All right. Well, boys, I think we should look at some more community collections, and it's pretty cool that we have X-Man that can help us kind of take a look at these two, and we can kind of talk about our thoughts. We've talked about this last week. I just love seeing everybody's collections because A, gives me ideas, B, just kind of ignites that fire too to maybe do things differently. I don't want to say better, but differently in your collection, because it's weird. We can move stuff around, and then I don't know about you guys, but even in like 3-4 months, I already feel like it's getting a little stale, and I want to move it a little bit, tweak it or just move things again. So it's fun to look at collections and just see what other ideas that people have with the figures and poses that they put them in. So we're going to take a look at a few tonight. You guys sent me these last week, so hopefully you're in the chat tonight. Don't feel like I was ignoring you. Just can't get to all of them in one night, but it's a good thing. So this was from, let me check here. This was from Xander Rain. It's not massive, but I think it works really well with my limited space. I would love a feature. All right.
It's classy.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you have 5 figures, 50 figures, 200 figures. Like, your collection is your collection. And that's what makes it special. And, we all start from scratch, and, we all collect at different speeds, and none is more right than the other. So we're going to take a look at this, and I got to say right off the bat, love that it's Star Wars. You're doing some good things there. We'll see some OT stuff there too, which I like. That Scout Trooper is my favorite style of trooper. But D-Lo, I want to let you go first here. What stands out to you just kind of right off the bat?
Honestly, the Lord of the Rings stuff stands out first, just because I just noticed it's this got its own little corner of the collection there, which you always love to see a little variety there.
Is that Asmus?
That's Asmus Gandalf, yep. And then you got the InArt Gandalf. InArt. I got it the other way around. I'm gonna say Gandalf is Azimuth and Aragorn is InArt and all that stuff.
Reverse
like that. You know my meanings, but yeah, I love the choices here. I think for what's this guy's name? Zane, you said was his name?
Xander Rain.
Xander. Sorry. Shout out to Xander here. Yeah, I mean, Xander picked out some, heavy hitters right off the rip here. He didn't mess around. He got Boba and he got Mando together. Nice choice. Vader with Luke. Then you got Obi with Anakin, and you have Captain Rex over here. So I mean, these are all like heavy hitter people right off the bat, and I think that's the way we all like to start off. We just kind of go for our most popular characters or whatever franchise we're collecting, and I think this, for just starting right now, I love this collection. I think this is the way to go. No hype builds or no FOMO buys here. This is stuff he's passionate about, and instantly he just put them all together. So I dig this one a lot. Simple, but yet I get the theme of this for sure.
Mm-hmm. X-Man, what do you like about this?
I like the simplicity of it. I like that he has, for the most part, he has a single theme,
Mm-hmm.
and that's hard, man. Because how many times have any of us been sitting there thinking, if I had 15 just really solid figures in one nice compact spot that looked really good in my room, how great would that be?
Right.
And this accomplishes that. It's no frills, it's to the point, and I think that's fantastic. I like that he's only got, at most 3 in a block. Because, like I said before, it's hard to do one per square, when you've got limited space, when you've got, so many figures. And I think this is great. He's got a theme, he's got the Star Wars thing going, and he's got a little bit of something else to break it up. I think that's fantastic. And the figures that he's paired together make sense. Right? That's another thing, is because I've got some Mogwai up here with the Batman. I'm like, hey, that's fun. But, I like how you've got Mando and Boba.
Yeah.
And that's a scene that you've seen. You know, you've got Luke and Vader right there, and all of this, it fits. It's cohesive and it looks good together. And it's a very simple presentation, and it's very elegant in that way.
I agree. I want to quickly say hey to Ash Chase. What's up, Ash? Too sweet to you.
Yo.
Thanks for joining us tonight. And something that I didn't notice too, which he got creative. He stacked looks like two bases on top of each other to kind of make a riser for Obi-Wan to kind of give that nice variance of levels. And then look at that.
Oh yeah.
Mouse droid. I've been wanting that mouse droid for a while. I've been trying to look for one loose, so I can add that to the collection too. So, and then down here, don't forget, kind of got cut off a little bit, but he's got Tony Stark, 85 battle damage. So,
Oh, I missed that one there.
yeah, really good start to a collection. I like it. You know what you're doing. You have a vision, and you're sticking with it. The poses look great. Well done, Xander. Well done. Let me see here. What else we got? We got Ricardo. Oh, he's got a video. I says, attach a short video in my collection. Please, if you prefer, I can upload it to my YouTube channel as a private. All right, well, let's see here. Let's see what we got. And again, if you guys want us to highlight DLO, if they want us to highlight their collections, are we going to do this via the Wolfpack page going forward? Like every couple weeks, we'll announce it? Or did we not settle in on that yet?
Maybe, I mean, put it in the chat would probably be a good way to go about it there, I would say. I mean, the Wolfpack channel, excuse me. So on Facebook, definitely love to get some of these in there.
Might have to come back to Ricardo's because I got
Sorry, Ricardo.
all that. So yeah, maybe we'll have to figure something else out with you, sir. We got Austin. I know I've seen this guy in the Wolfpack group on Facebook. Awesome to be able to share our collections. Austin Collects on YouTube and channel member, of course. I just completed this entire room last year, and I'm still putting final touches. Have lots of space for more figures, and yes, 2 artisan Anakins and 1 artisan Vader. Yeah, I mean, I love it too that you're sharing this stuff too, but then give us a little bit of insight as well. Always helps. But let's take a look at this. Oh, we got a Batmobile. Jazz Inc. Batmobile. I love seeing that. The statues mixed in there. Quarter scale mixed in. Kind of like X-Man either. He's going with a little bit more than just one scale. That's pretty cool too. Got module cases. Big fan of that. Got some monos. Well done, sir. Well done.
I love the statue there in the middle of it all. That's really cool.
The Batman here.
Yeah.
Kind of ties in nice with the Batmobiles and stuff. Plus, yeah, stuff right up here.
Got another
like
photo besides that one there? Or?
Yeah, I'd like to see.
There you go. Okay.
I'd like to see some closer up of these poses too, because some of these
Oh, look
poses
at Leo.
look badass.
Oh yeah.
Leo, yeah. I kind of miss those NECA turtles, but I had nowhere to put them. Nowhere to put them.
He's got
I think he's got a lot of space.
Lightsabers as well too.
I need to pick up some more CCFLs. There's a guy on
Room to
eBay.
breathe, room to grow. That's good.
There's a guy on eBay that does them for somewhat cheap. But yeah, this looks great too. I like the poses here too. Oh, I love that pose.
Oh, I gotta get one of those Apex cases, man.
Cloak coming off. What are you thinking, Dalo?
I think I'm still in that pose.
That's a really good one. That's why I like
one.
Austin. I'd love to see some closer stuff. Like, I can't really.
Are you able to zoom in or something? There you go.
Like, look at this. Look at Batman sliding on the hood here.
Okay, nice touch. I like that.
Bruce Wayne looks good. I wouldn't mind that figure. He's got some Justice League, some Dark Knight stuff going on here. A little mix and match of DC.
Oh, so he's got 2 InArt Batmans to go along with that. Okay, one for his Batmobile, one to display up there. Nice.
Galen he locked down.
Yes.
He got the Galen Urso.
Absolutely. He's got the Range Trooper. There goes that dark side or Sith Apprentice Anakin there.
This Range Trooper will forever remind me of DLO the Collector.
You want to feel pain? Watch that episode. You want to know what collecting pain looks like? Find that episode.
So I'll let you guys go here, but I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the fact that he got the Maju cases before he needed them. He got the Maju cases with the vision of the future, so he's planning ahead. It's kind of what I did too. Like, I had the 5 DTOFs, and I was like, this is filling up too fast. I'm thinking ahead here. I know it's going to take a year to get these things, so I'm going to do it now, and then I'll have a room to grow. And it looks like he did the same thing because he's got space. He can have his figures breathe. He can have great dynamic poses, but he's got some wide open area that he can still grow. And back half shelves, I love seeing those as well. So I'm impressed, man. I love the setup. I love the combination of cases too, just breaking it up a little bit with some different scales of cases too. So yeah, what do you boys think? It's like quite the wall.
Something tells me a tumbler's going to go in that one over there. But he also looks like he has a storage units as well too. The underneath shelves, drawers there. Excuse me. Yeah. So he got the straight up catalog set up there.
Yeah, I think this is a masterclass in setup right here. This is where you want to be, you know, because everything can breathe, and it all looks good, and he can still expand his collection.
Yeah,
and it's a nice, just one big, you know, unit where everything is, and you can see it all from one side of the room, and it all makes sense. It all looks good. You've compartmentalized them, but you've not separated them, and that's great. That's that balance I think we all look for, because like that was the hard thing for me looking at Maju cases to begin with, was because when you look at guys like Justin, right?
Yeah,
he's got so many figures, and they're all just standing there, you know, lined up in the. I'm like, well, that's, you know, there's no separation. That's a lot, and this is what that should look like. I think this is great.
Yeah, I was almost. These are DFs, but it looks like he's got more room than I do for my Batmobile. But maybe it's just how mine is angled. I feel like mine's crammed in there.
Does he look like he has more space than me in my case?
But,
dude, unreal.
It's like, is this a Max at first? But yeah, some Star Wars up here too. He's got the Ahsoka as well, that everybody else is waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Man, well done.
This is very, very good. I'm docking points because I don't see a Wolverine in there. But other than that, good show. Good show.
Yeah, it looks great. And I love this pose. Like, you made, I'm not the biggest believer in this artisan figure, but you made it look pretty amazing. So props to that.
What do you guys think of those Apex cases?
They're expensive as hell, aren't they?
They are. I want to get one, but then I look at like the cost of that versus the cost of another mono.
Right, exactly. That's where
I
feel you on that for sure.
But man, they look so good.
I think if you're into photography or something like that, or doing video reviews, they look good in there. It's the perfect, like if you're strapped for space to put content out, like that's a clutch like piece of like a display to have just right there if you just want to, you know, showcase one figure or something like that. But I think for general collecting, like that's half the cost of your figure for one of those cases. I don't know if that's worth the value. There's enough value there to go with that. But
are these stackable too?
You can stack them as well too. Yeah. They are stackable.
But the lighting in them is so good.
Yeah.
They're such a good display.
If you want to do just this one figure and highlight it, like even Jack Sparrow or something would look amazing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. It's just I gotta get over that. Like, well, why don't I just buy another mono?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially in your case, where you're talking about space and all these figures coming in, it might be more worthwhile to get the mono. But I understand the draw to these cases.
Oh yeah. Because like you said, you do have that one figure sometimes that you want to highlight above everybody else.
Or maybe
switch them out.
Yeah, you rotate, exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Rotate them.
You have a figure that just, like you said, doesn't fit in your collection. So maybe you put it somewhere else on its own You have it in one of these cases, and then you can switch them out and do whatever. So,
Oh yeah.
but speak of the devil, we got Austin Collects, channel member, late to the stream. Just woke up in London on vacation. Thanks
Ooh.
for the kind words. Well, thanks for sharing your awesome collection. And
In London, dude, your timing is way off. All the freedom's over here. What were you doing?
Very nice, sir. Thank you for sharing. Let's maybe try to get maybe a couple more here. We got Nomar. Let's see here. Such a fun idea. Thank you. Ooh. See,
That's nice.
this just proves though that
That's
detox
nice.
still work. Like they can be so clean and they can look awesome. I love that he's got them on risers.
That
And
is
I
very nice.
love that he's got 1 to 2 figures per, because I think that's where they shine. But look, X-Man, you got another one of these.
Yeah, and it looks really good just sitting there on a pedestal by itself. Is that a pedestal? I can't tell, but it looks really good. And there are a few things as striking in a collection room as a detolf on a riser. You can see everything so clearly. There is no more bottom shelf when you have a riser.
Detops on a riser, perfection. Yeah, you got to get those
For
puppies
sure.
up so that you can see. Because with module cases too, if you can put them on a riser, it just makes that bottom shelf that much more visible. Because I think we all hate putting stuff on the bottom, but if you get them up like this, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah. Like one of the first things I did was I got a riser for my detolf. I only have the one detolf, and I have the little, the box, whatever it's called, that they make with the door on it. And as soon as I put it on there, it just changed everything. This is just beautiful. I love it.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah, detofs can be very clean. L Walker says very clean. I want one of these for my office so I can swap out the figure monthly and share a little of my collection. Yeah, I mean, even for like an office. Yeah,
that's a good use for it.
Good use.
Yeah.
What strikes me here with Nomar's collection, we'll go to the next picture too, but the poses are super crisp. Like, look at, I don't know if this is custom or if this is just Anakin. Look at that hood. How well it's just like hanging off.
That's
like
dialed
draping.
in right there.
But like even this Vader, I don't know what this, if this is his throne, I think. Do you ever see like a simple pose and you're like, I want to copy that, but then you have a hard time getting just the turn in the hips or the angle of the arm? Like it's a simple pose, but at the same time you're like, why can't I get mine to look as natural as this guy has his? Like don't be fooled. These are amazing poses, because when they look natural, it's a work of art.
Oh yeah, the most subtle look too.
Yeah,
the most subtle movements. Like my friggin' Kate Bishop, she's one of my favorite figures that I have on display because I posed her just so, like just a slight knee bend, push like the hip out just a little bit, make the arm look a little bit more, not so out, but you do little micro adjustments that make it look more natural and just really set it off. And it's not a dynamic pose at all, but it looks amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, you can argue that these are actually harder to do than like dynamic poses, to be honest with you, just because, like you said, micro adjustments is what this is. That cape, I bet you something like that took a lot of time to put it exactly like that. Yeah.
Those are a pain in the ass.
Look at the Vader cape. Like if you go back to the Vader one for a second here at the top, like that one is perfectly creased and lined directly.
Yeah.
Right. But also from shoulder to shoulder, you can tell that they're perfectly in line with each other there.
This is sick.
Like, that looks like that might be water. Like, I don't know. He might have pressed it down and kind of pushed down with like a little bit of water to get it to drape like that. But yeah, these are like super tight poses there. Like everything was dialed into 100.
Dude, that Cat Bane looks sick as hell too.
Yeah, is that sideshow?
That's the sideshow one, isn't it?
That's the sideshow one, yep.
Man,
even the Mando, like the pose, just very natural poses. I love it. Let's go to this next picture here, because he's got more. just a clean room too. Like I love the lighting overall. So he's got a couple of these stacked. Oh, he's got the Paul Atreides. I feel like I might have missed out on that. X-Man, did you secure that, Paul?
Nah, I'm not really into
Not for
Dune.
you.
I haven't even watched these movies. I haven't watched any of the movies from Dune or read
Okay.
the books. I just never got into it.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. Brick says Hot Toys release announcement.
Yep.
Oh
Fig
no.
Poser says hard pass. L Walker says this is really cool. You guys should do this more often. Hey, we'd like to do this every couple weeks, or even every week if it's just a 10-15 minute segment. So yeah, either email your collection to me or post it to the Facebook group. And when we ask, right, because we want them all in kind of like a. We're figuring that out. So, but we
Maybe like
definitely want to do it
we
more.
do a hashtag in the group
Yeah.
or something like that.
There we go. Yeah. But let's take a look at this, and then we'll see what's on Facebook. But he's got Bruce Wayne, InArt Joker. That looks really good from here. I'm guessing that's rooted. Like that almost doesn't even look like InArt, but I wonder if he's done some mods or something. I don't know. But it all looks good, man. And hey, it's got room to grow. Got some spaces here.
Yeah.
Nomar, if you're watching, my question is, what happens when you fill them up? Are you gonna go more of like two to a case, or what's your plan going forward? Or are you gonna swap them out? Let us know. But either way, this looks really good. I gotta say though, yeah, like comparing, like this looks good, but look at the lighting compared to these. Like it's kind of got that nice glow to them. So I could see why people would get those. But yeah,
For Paul Atreides, that case is money though. I'm not gonna front.
yeah,
A character like that looks sick.
I'm gonna have to find that Paul. How many did we get through here? We got through 4. Let's see what's going on Facebook. Oh, it's a limited figure.
2,500 units. What is it?
Don't spoil it for me.
It's got to be a trooper. Oh, something else has popped up too. Ooh, no, even something better popped up. And this is on. Oh, they're gonna do the. Oh yes, they're gonna do the Iron Man Stealth Suit 2.0. Let's
Is
go,
it Gregor?
dude.
Am I missing it? It's just this, right?
Oh yeah.
Is
Nope,
that Gregor?
Hold on. Yeah, dude. Hold on.
I'm refreshing. Oh, here we go. So these two figures, right?
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah, Gregor.
Oh man.
Commando Gregor. Clone Wars.
Oh
Is-
man. Oh, I love Gregor.
Well, as I'm looking through this, tell me what your thoughts are. X-Man, Johnny says, enough with the damn troopers.
Oh man, Gregor's so special though.
Blue Iron Man.
Oh no. Yeah.
Hey, like I remember that episode of Clone Wars where they find him in that little town and he's just, some dude's got him working for him and he's lost his memory of, who he is and then he figures it out and then he's, he friggin' he does the thing in the end of the show and I'm sorry, I'm getting all emotional about it. I love Gregor.
Ash says, where's Wolverine? OG's not impressed. Brandon says, that was a great episode, X-Man.
It was.
This cool look. I love it that it's different. I mean, it's different from a lot of the troopers. Camo. Pretty sick. But it's not for me, man.
Yeah.
It's a repaint of a repaint.
Did a little
of
bit of
repaint,
extra
dude.
weathering on the base.
Oh, sign me up. I led with that, dude.
Oh, dude.
So this is 2,500 units, eh, Brick?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, hey, at least my wallet's safe. I don't know about X-Man. I think he's at war with himself right now.
See, that's the thing. I don't have any troopers, and like,
tighter.
I don't feel like this is the place to start if I ever do. But I really love Gregor though. like him and Fives are just, they're such tragically good characters. And the way they go out, is like, it's fucking heartbreaking, man. And they were like the realest dudes. Like you gotta appreciate that.
That's funny.
Man, that's I don't know, man. That's hard. Like I just canceled Han Solo. I don't know if I can, I don't know, man.
I took balls, man. I took balls.
That took balls.
Gregor's a dude that I've been thinking about for a while. Like, why haven't they made him? Like,
I like this pit droid. Does he come with the pit droid?
Keep going. I mean, they're showing it
Isn't
a lot.
funny? That's funny. I like that. He's cool, man. Like, I mean, he looks more exciting than a lot of the other troopers. So, like, if you just got one trooper and Gregor was your guy, like, I could see you getting this.
Dude, it's got like this like camouflage on it. Can't tell if it's digital. Yeah, it's digital camouflage there. I like the you see the numbers he puts on there on his
cool.
that in his visor. That looks pretty sick. Like I feel like for these things here, man, like it's got to be a good colorway. That's all it is. I mean, it's the same one. Like,
right.
This is a cool colorway, but I mean, am I interested? No, I don't have any of the other ones. I don't plan on getting any other ones. So it's just like Hot Toys need some money, so they're putting out a limited 2,500 or something, I guess, kind of situation here. But
Valkyrie says it's a slippery.
I don't know, man.
It is like, because it was just you get him for like one episode, right? And he's just the friggin' dude in that episode.
And I've seen that episode. I know which one you're talking about too.
Yeah,
for sure.
like I really
Just
connected
get
with
him.
I don't know, man.
Is this one limited or is it just the X-Men?
It is.
Or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Iron Man?
But also, like, there's a lot of limited figures that still sit there.
Sure.
And if the sentiment coming out of the chat
Whoa,
everybody
Superman
tonight,
drop too.
is anything,
Oh,
then
bingo.
it feels like-
Jackpot. We got gold, baby. We got gold. We got
Oh,
gold.
let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's go.
All right, well, let's get through this.
Yeah, let's get through it. Good idea.
Look at his backpack opens. You could put stuff in there.
Like all his hands.
I've actually done that. I had
Maybe
the
like
original
one or
one.
two.
That's-
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, not have to dig through the box. Yeah.
So
Oh,
Jazzy.
Jazzy, skip this shit. So here's everything he comes with. He's cool, but again, I feel like this is gonna just be for X-Man and then the hardcore trooper collectors. So
Is he USB?
would-
Does it say?
LED, it just says LED light up function.
It's a shame he doesn't have a sculpt.
All right, so yeah, 25.
But we know what he looks like.
Includes blue LED light up visor. Doesn't say.
Damn.
You want to go straight to Soups or you want to go to Iron Man first? Let's go to Soups.
Let's go to Soups, man, because it's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey-o.
Dude, looks good. Oh my god.
Oh, he's limited to 2,000 figures? Wow.
Yeah, no,
I'm kidding.
no
I'm
one thought that was
kidding.
funny. He just someone heard you said like, oh, he's lying.
Wow, look at that
He's-
sculpt. It's pretty good. Superman and Crypto. Yes, let's go. Superman in the house. Crypto looked fake as fuck. It looks like, hey, you guys ever seen Problem Child 2?
Yeah,
When
a
the
long
dog
time
goes-
ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Kind of looks like that. Awesome base, love it. Oh, look at this though. What a good idea. The cape is wired, and then you can somehow, unless it's photoshopped, have him floating, flying. That'd be cool.
I'm so excited for these photos. I literally clicked
Look
on
at
my StreamYard screen and thought I can skip the picture to the next one. I thought for a second, like, next one, please. Oh man, Crypto looks terrible. I'm just gonna say it right.
They cannot do accessory animals for the life of them.
He's a little too small though. Like Crypto is bigger in the movie clips that I've seen here. I mean,
It does look small.
he looks like an ornament that you hang on your tree. That's looking a little rough from Crypto. But you know what? He's not the reason we're here. Superman himself looks flipping awesome. Looks awesome. Man, those colors pop so good. And the hairstyling, the sculpted hair is so like locked in on this one here. It looks freaking good.
Crypto looks like he's got icicles all over him. He's frozen. Doesn't look like fur. They have a hard time capturing the fur. X-Men, I think you're muted, bud.
Yeah, I am. I don't remember seeing Homeboy looking that buff.
Yeah, he's a little
in the
jacked.
trailers.
He's a little jacked. For sure.
Like those arms are just wowzers.
Like Popeye arms, right?
Yeah.
Does it come with a drape cape too?
I'm gonna go with a no because this is Hot Toys.
I'll have to go custom on that one.
Doesn't look bad.
No, it looks good.
How does that stand?
Oh,
is it a,
okay,
is it a
yeah.
magnet?
What? It is a magnet? Yeah. What?
Wait,
So
what
it looks
is-
like it's going. It looks
the
like
back?
it's going through the
It's
cake.
in the back. There's another photo.
A magnet in the back?
There's a magnet in the back. It's
hope it-
magnetized.
I hope it pegs and then has a magnet.
That's
for
how.
extra
That's how it has to be
security.
because like otherwise it's
That's
going
not
through the
gonna
cake if it's
hold.
not.
No, it's definitely not. It's a magnet, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a magnet, but it's got to be friction pegged in first.
Nah,
Maybe-
bro.
maybe
It
it's
is
Photoshop or
just a
something.
magnet, bro.
No, I refuse.
Because if
to
you
accept
remember
that.
seeing the prototype that they showed to the actors there, it looked like the cape was still like hanging directly over his back. But that was still there. You didn't really get a good look at, how it looks, but here in these pictures, it's doing the same thing. Like if it's pegged, then it's pegged through the cape. And that doesn't
Right.
make any sense.
Brooks
So
got to be losing his mind right now, not being on the show. He missed it. He missed Superman.
somewhere on here, they're going to tell us how that stand works. And that's what I'm looking at.
Dude, it's magnetic. What's there to like? Literally, it just right in the back. There's only one cape.
If it's strong enough, I guess.
Well, it better be.
Well, that's to be. I don't know.
TBD.
I'm a little worried about it because they may not. I mean, knowing Hot Toys and how much they skip on things.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Here's the other thing, though, too, because people keep
already
talking
up
about.
on 285 on
like-
Sideshow.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Damn.
People keep talking about like the Spider-Man figures, right? The ones that have the magnets on the back for the legs,
Claws. Yeah.
and how it tends to how maybe it might mess up the suit from rubbing around on it or something like that. I wonder if that would be an issue here at all.
What? July to
That's
December this year?
Whoa. What do you mean, July? We
All
just
right.
got here.
Let me.
Screw your mother, Hot Toys. Where the hell is Wolverine?
I gotta check this out here, and I'll bring it
What?
back up. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh my gosh, they're trying to kill us all.
All right. At least.
Now I kind of wish we talked
Wow.
about Iron Man.
You're telling me this
Expected
is
to
going to
ship
come,
July to December.
That is nuts. This is
2025.
Deadpool, bro.
and you're telling me that I still don't have my bow damaged Deadpool.
Well,
But
you're
but
not
we can
going to
do
get this till March of next year if he releases in December. So
That's
Yeah, it's still
crazy.
it's
Probably.
going to take
yeah.
4 months, but that's interesting.
Damn.
But even
We get
still,
to,
we should have had Wolverine by now if we were going by that logic.
And the Armory 2.0.
Dude, but you realize if they do manage to get it within July, August, September, like this is final. Like there's no tweaking. This is what you're gonna get.
I don't think there needs to be much different. I think the sculpt looks really good. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the actor in the trailers, and I think it looks a lot like him. All right, I gotta get to the super chat from my boy Brick Artemis, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend, for the generosity. Hashtag fix crypto. He don't look the greatest, but it is cool that we get him.
I think he looks awful.
I don't know.
Looks
Man.
like a
Small. I don't know. I
scraggly
don't think
dog.
he's true to scale. I don't know.
That might be true, yeah.
Brick, thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Hashtag fix crypto. Anything's possible.
Corny
Anything is
ass.
possible. But like
Damn.
D'Lo said, this might be it. We also got a $2 super chat from my friend Ash Chase. Release Wolverine. Man after X-Man's own heart. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're doing well.
And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your generosity.
Give us a short king.
Yeah, I've heard InArt's doing this Superman as well.
This specific
Did I say
one?
that?
Yeah,
I've
this
heard that.
specific one. We got Nick's Collectibles in the house. What's going on, my friend? What are you thinking about this Superman? A little smaller, but yeah. I mean, Einstein isn't the greatest. He looks okay. What are some other animals like that are very soft?
Cosmo is. From that,
Cosmo.
that
That
2-pack.
should be- That's more of like a 2-pack, but Brick says InArt will be July to December.
Man, the shade.
2027.
He's not wrong though.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up because I've never heard that they were making this specific Superman.
Released. Nick says he's waiting for InArt. I mean, other than crypto, you can see seams too, but it is what it is.
No. Why do they gotta put seams on a... Oh, maybe his legs move. That's gotta be it.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
But just the front legs.
Man, that looks
That
good.
head sculpt is good, dude.
It's good.
It's locked in. That's final.
Oh,
No.
no.
These
Love
are
the
finals.
love the curl, man. The sculpted hair looks great.
See, here's the thing, man.
Hashtag sculpted for the win.
Because I keep seeing that meme of the 12 scale Superman that looks like Shooter McGavin. And I can't unsee Shooter McGavin.
Dang.
Separate rolling eyeballs. Would we expect anything else?
I eat pieces of SH figure arts for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit.
Dude, I'm loving this base though.
Newly developed body with enhanced articulation. What does that mean, D'Lo?
Means they're gonna reuse it and do a Cavill 2.0 for BVS. You heard it here first.
Hey, yo.
That's what I heard when you said that.
Ouch, X-Man. Don't look at this coming.
Ball.
Release
What
this
do you mean
ball.
ball?
Well, at least you got Patch.
Okay, great. What's fall? What the hell is that?
Technically, fall starts at the end of September.
Then wake me up when September ends, I guess.
Wired capes.
I understood that reference.
Cape is in plural.
I understood that reference. Am I too old? Am I the only one that got that? Okay.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Look at that. He was right. He's right, though.
Wow.
Right through the cape.
Okay. It's new. It's different.
It's different. I mean, I
It's
don't think you're gonna
innovative.
be looking at your figure from the back end, so I don't really have a problem with it. You know.
Exactly.
No, it does away with the having to have a flight pole that looks all funky.
Blue Tattoo says, "Do you think that window is
Good
big
stuff.
enough to fix that crypto?" I don't think so.
Nope.
They ain't gonna.
See, that's the tricky thing because this is ready to go now, and it's just like when Hot Toys does this, there's usually inaccuracies that we don't find until we see the movie, and then we're all complaining that it's not accurate to how he looked in the film. Like these early figures, like worry me. Like when they did No Way Home, the black suit looks nothing like what it actually looked like in the movie.
But if it's wild that they're not a year. I love that what they're doing here, where it's this year. I mean, I've been wanting Hot Toys to do that for a while, you know. But it is odd that it's coming out so soon, but yet the movie hasn't even come out yet. So they must know something that we don't. Like they must feel pretty confident that they've gotten everything right. Everything's going to be movie accurate and all that good stuff, right?
I don't think so, man. That's not a guarantee at all. Like exactly the opposite of what I just said right before you. Like this actually worries me because, I mean,
I get it, but
I know you're trying to be like positive about it here, but like I'm saying, like Deadpool was great for what it was. Don't get me wrong, but like came with stuff that wasn't in the movie, like the thing for the baby and all that stuff like that. That wasn't in the final cut. So I think we all wanted like the Wolverine claws from the beginning, the animated claws from the beginning, but we're getting out the battle damage when it technically didn't belong with that one. So as much as I like that it's coming sooner, I kind of wish this wasn't going to be July. I pray to God this doesn't come out this month. That would be nuts. But
well, Gio says, do you think the estimated release window is just wrong and they meant 2026?
I hope so. I genuinely do because like yeah, I don't want to like the last thing I want is what I'm going to is I don't want to buy this figure and then I see the movie a week from now and then I just point out all the things that are wrong with the figure. You know?
Or are they trying to get it out fast, worried the movie might not do good? I don't think it's that, but I think it's more, it could be a typo because that is very unlike Hot Toys to do. I mean, you're saying it could come out this month. I don't know.
I mean, they did it for Deadpool, like X-Men. Like how quickly was it? It was like a month after the movie came out. Maybe
they had like a good amount of Deadpools ready to go,
right?
When the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not all of them, but a good lot of them.
Yeah, which will probably what we get with this.
Yeah, and then by the end of the year, they started pushing them out, if I remember correctly. But like, and you know, maybe what they're trying to do, maybe they're trying to test the waters and see if they can do volume quicker to better capitalize on the hype. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
yeah, because you know, how many times have we thought about a figure after like a year of having it ordered?
Yeah,
like, you know,
Gio's got a good point though.
You know?
They've done that head sculpt before, or they've made Deadpool before. This is a new sculpt.
I wonder what they're having to do to make this happen as early as it is supposed to happen.
Well, like usually, like mean in most cases, they're getting like, you know, early shots of the costumes and stuff like that there, but a lot of this stuff gets tweaked in post, which is like where it gets tricky because if they're going off of, you know, some artwork early on and they build the whole thing off of that and then it's different. I don't think it's too bad. Like, I don't want to hit the panic button on this here. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to look at the other side of the coin in this conversation here. Just like, it's a good thing and a bad thing because like the first thing that you pointed out, X-Men, was like the arms are very big. You're right. I haven't seen his arms look that big in anything I've seen so far. In fact, the suit's a little bit baggier to where like you really can't see much muscle definition. This looks like dude's jacked to the gills, you know? Right. So I'm just worried about like if I get this figure early, is it going to be accurate to what I see in the movie? That's the part I don't trust because they've done this before and it's exciting at first, but then it quickly goes to like, oh man, this actually doesn't look like what I just saw in the movie. So now I'm kind of like, I wish I didn't get this figure kind of talk. You know what I mean? It can sour very quickly if they just push it out and just like they didn't make sure this is exactly what it's going to look like before they decide to release it, because they will release it regardless.
Good points. Good points. Hey, we got a $9.99 super chat from Johnny Chronicles himself. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate your generosity and your gesture towards the greater good. So this is my way of thanking you.
Thank 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 you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice thing about that long one is I have time to go take a potty break. So, hey, we got to give the people their props for the generosity. AC Fig says Secret Base says within 2025. I think Deadpool said available for immediate release then, or when that went out. X-Man, are you getting Diaper Man?
No, I passed on the Artisan Luke.
What's up, Park Industries? My boy Danny, we got to get him on the show here coming up soon too. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you have a happy 4th as well. Thank you for popping in. Frick says, Graham, check your Insta. Sent a pic. This dude's jacked. Dealer says, why do you have pics of jacked dudes? Hey, you know what? Johnny says that thank you montage never gets old. So appreciate that, you know. We got $4.99 super chat from Valkyrie Magnus, good friend of the channel. Fun episode, my friends. Hey, that's what we're all about. X-Man brings the fun as well. We miss Brick, but this guy has done an admirable job of being our special guest tonight.
Thank you so very fucking much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
You just know Post Malone is a fun dude to hang out with.
Oh,
You just
I'm
know.
sure. I'm sure he is. You guys are awesome in the chat. I appreciate you guys. I guess final thoughts. It looks like it is what it is, man. It doesn't look like a typo. How are you guys feeling about the price? $285. Get diorama base, new sculpt. You get crypto. How you guys feeling about that?
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a fair offering for the amount there. Honestly, we've gotten figures with less for the same price, so I'm not mad at this price.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay.
I would choose the InArt Gavel over this.
Okay. We haven't
But
seen the
I
movie
said that without
yet.
seeing the movie. Yeah,
We haven't seen the movie yet, but the gut feeling, who's bringing this home?
Me. I'm bringing it home. Bringing it home.
I'm closer to 50-50 on this, but like I just don't want to hype buy. Like, is this going to have standing power with my collection, you know? Where is he going to go, as X-Man was thinking too? Like, you got to think about those things. But he does look really good, and it's tempting. And honestly, I might see the movie next week and be like, Dopo, you know? Might be it. So
yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about this. That we had the chance to see the movie and kind of figure out if we want it or not.
Sure.
I mean, if the movie is, like I said, it's 7 or higher, I'm picking this thing up for sure. So
if this comes out this year, though, I'm excited. Like that's awesome. Like it's not saying that you didn't really want the character when you wait a year and a half, 2 years. It's just the fact that with how much stuff they're giving us, it's hard to keep up. And sometimes when you wait that long, you almost just got to go to the next thing, you know? Like, I like it that they're doing this right away.
well, I mean, this is probably going to be, for the better part, the kind of like what Deadpool was last year. It's going to be the movie of the summer, I think, you know, between this and Fantastic Four. So I think maybe Hot Toys, this is their new strategy. They did it last year. They picked Deadpool, Wolverine, and they went on that quick, and they thought they did very well. And maybe they think Superman's going to be that hit for them this year. You know, and maybe
they could do 6 months turnaround time,
but they can't. It's not realistic. I mean, look at all the stuff we're talking about right now. Wolverine, we're just talking about literally for the whole episode over here. Like, it's like stuff are going to, and I don't mean that as a shot at you, X-Men. Like, I agree. Where the hell's the Wolverine?
Oh no, you're right.
Not up about Wolverine.
I'm just simply saying, here's like, I think they pick a movie, like a big movie for the year, and I think that's their new thing they're going to do now. They did it with Deadpool last year. They're going to do it with Superman, and whatever's going to be the next big movie next summer. Like, I mean, but I think that's cool though, because I think those are the kind of like movies that you want to get those figures as soon as possible. So for movies like this one here, if this is what Hot Toys hopes it is, then people are going to buy the hell out of this figure, man. And to have it home within less than a year, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really good. That is really, really good.
But everything else will be delayed just to make this happen, just so you know.
Sure, yeah, just to make this happen. Yep.
That is,
you aren't wrong
the one caveat with that there.
We got a $2 super chat from OG fan. Man, you guys are awesome. First you cancel Han, now you diss Dark Empire Luke. OG
Look,
fan.
I am gonna revisit Han because I want him. It's just not the right time for him. But the thing with Dark Empire Luke, I think that the figure is great, and he is exactly what he should be, because it's exactly what it was, in that book on the cover. The thing is like, I have a hard time with the design of it. Like, sure. I don't know if anyone's ever like really hit on this or not. Like, for me, it's like they were one step away from it being a very, very amazing looking figure in my eyes, because the very top half of him is a nice split between Luke and Vader. Right? You've got the Vader undersuit with like, the robes going on, and you've got, there's a little more Luke DNA in that, it feels like. But then you go to the bottom half and it's all just Vader. Like, you've got the big old diaper that doesn't make any damn sense.
It's a cod.
And then you've got the rest of everything else.
It's a cod piece.
Whatever you want to call it. He's not sumo wrestling. Like, I feel like if that had been a tabard instead of that big, weird, awkward thing that he doesn't need, I think that would be a much better, more streamlined look. And I think I would be more into that figure even if that was the case. But like, it's weird. It looks like someone did like just a quick Photoshop, right? It said, "Hey, slap Luke and Vader together real quick." He said, "Okay, boss." And then he's like, cut that off, slap, there it is, And
I don't think you're helping yourself with OG fan right now.
That's okay.
I agree. I agree about Dark Empire Luke. Not for me, but I gotta give. I think
the character design could be better.
I gotta give the win to OG fan with this one, because you did cancel Han, so I think he just too sweet, 2D.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Too Sweet 2D.
Boom.
That's okay.
That's okay. Appreciate you, OG fan. We got Big Rib in the house. What's going on, man? Hey, we're just looking at Superman. We're gonna quick look at that Iron Man before we kind of end the show. Colin, good to see you, man. Love that pick as well.
What is that pick? That's so badass.
It's like a.
I love that.
It's the dude Yoda.
It's Yoda.
The dude, yeah, Dude. Love it.
Can you see him with like one big rug that ties the whole swamp together? Right. That's great.
Let's just make sure. I'm gonna refresh this one more time. Make sure we didn't miss anything else. All right, we're good. All right, so let's take a look at this Iron Man quick here, X-Man. So 2,500 units. Again, another limited figure. Do you collect Iron Man at all?
No, I have the Mark 85 battle damage, and that's good for me. That's good enough.
Need more of that wrestling there, Nick.
This is cool, though. This looks cool.
It's cool. It's not something I would collect, but it looks cool. It's like that black and gold one deal. Like, that one looked cool, but I'm not gonna buy it, right?
This one has some legacy though behind it, man. Like it's a popular Iron Man suit from the comics, but also this was like a Grail back in the day for Hot Toys as well too. Like this was a hard one to come by. So a die-cast stealth suit there and a stealth mode one. I mean, this is going to be a lot more desirable than you may think here, actually.
2,500 units. Deal, are you going for it?
Yeah, I kind of want this one. I can't front.
Wow.
I'm not a huge Iron Man guy, but I've always admired this particular colorway. So I might actually cop this one over here.
Doing the round circular base.
Not
Love
a fan
the
of
shine
base.
to it. It's gonna pop in your display, man.
Dude, it's clean, man. I mean, this is a luxury buy. I don't need it. I've got the Mark III, and I love it. But I'm not gonna lie. This is straight up just shit looks good. So I just want it, kind of once. That's all it is. That's all it is, buddy. But yeah, I'm wondering though, because we talked about Gregor a moment ago, and we talked about now the stealth suit. I wonder if this is going to be a stealth drop. No pun intended. Just drop from the site.
Well, because they usually drop them on Fridays. Fridays is the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they just randomly drop these.
You know, so be on the lookout for these over here, because I don't know if anybody's going to be at the office on the 4th of July at Sideshow headquarters to be doing some damn freaking lottery.
Right. Well, there you go. That's what it comes with. Couple hands, base, and a lot of moving parts. Die cast.
Yeah, I like this. Is sick.
It's a cool suit. It's a cool design. You know what you don't see in like collecting groups and stuff? You don't see people that collect these variants, like having them in a row and showing them off. Like, isn't that odd? You don't really see too many people just showing off their variant Iron Man color combinations.
Oh yeah, there is, dude.
I don't
Just
see
not,
it.
it's not an American thing though. That's the thing. Like if you look, I mean, he's huge in Hong Kong and like in all the Asian markets over there. Like you actually see mostly predominantly all Iron Man and all variations.
I'd like to see all of them together because I personally haven't seen much of that at all.
Who is the one guy who has? Not only does he have all of the Hot Toys Iron Man, but he has customs also that he's put together.
This isn't. You're not talking about Zord, but doesn't Zord have a lot of Iron Man figures too? Zord photography.
He's got a lot of everything. Bless his heart. He's got a lot of stuff. No,
Shout
but
out to Zord photography.
no, it's an old school guy. I can't think of his name. His name was Stark something.
His whole room is Iron Man, and it's crazy, dude. Like,
is it Ronnie Stark? I think is his name. I think I heard on Facebook.
No.
Something.
I don't remember.
I gotta think. He was friends with Justin's Collections. Like he was like big for a while. I just can't think of the guy's name.
Hammer of God says Iron Man SG.
That's another one. But not the one I'm thinking of here.
Brandon says Ronnie Stark. It is.
I've heard of Ronnie Stark before too. I can't. It's not. They're still active. I'm trying to think of the one that Justin was friends with for many, many years. I can't think of his name. But yeah, Budget Stark. Thank you, Jazz. That's the one. Budget Stark. He had an amazing collection.
Is he on YouTube?
Used to be. I think his videos got taken down. That's kind of why he got. It's a long, dramatic story behind that. But yeah.
Well, D'Lo, you're gonna have a little bit of competition because some other people are going for it as well. So be on the lookout. Every man for themselves.
Missing out on 3. Still like my odds.
That's a fun collection to see, though. Like someone who's so laser focused on one character, but especially Iron Man, because you know there are a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, Iron Man figures look really cool. So when you see them all together, man.
Yeah. I will always say this: there's nothing like a Hot Toys Iron Man. That's the hell of an experience. Open those bad boys up. So I can see the appeal why everybody goes for those, or at least a lot of collectors do. But I can also see the fatigue of why people hate them as well too. So I get both sides of it there.
Right.
Now I have a very modest Iron Man collection. I want this one here.
That surprised me a little bit, but I'm happy for you. I'm rooting for you.
Wasn't on my bingo card tonight, but I mean, 2,500. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, having said that, I think we're going to close out the show. We've been running for 2.5 hours. It is about that time. I just want to say a big thank you to X-Man Supreme for joining us tonight, dude. It was a lot of fun. Of course, you're always welcome back. And yeah, just appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us. How the hell is he doing that stuff? You got some sort of magic stuff going on over there?
Baby!
I appreciate you, man. Hey, is there anything you want to plug to the audience, where you're going on live, or where you're usually at, or anything like that?
We're shindigging it over at Geo's spot on Sunday.
Right.
We'll be doing.
I had fun hanging out with you guys. I think that was last Sunday. Well, I wasn't. I was in the chat.
Yeah.
Or was it Saturday? It might have been.
It was Friday.
Friday. I had fun with you guys, like all the crew that Geo has on there, including yourself. But I was up editing late, and I just had you guys on the TV, and then chatting on my phone as well. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's always a good time over there.
Yeah, so go find him on Geo's stream. But yeah, continue. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh no, that's about it. I'm getting back into my weekend thing this month, so I'm gonna be on the road again. So I'll be coming from a hotel Sunday night, but still be fun to get in and chat it up, talk about the stuff.
Yeah,
and it's great to be here with you guys. Thank you very much for the invite. Great to talk to y'all. Always great chatting with you guys, whether it's through the chats or over DM or whatever. But it's nice to talk, screen to screen, so to speak. But yeah, man, thanks for having me. It was great seeing you guys.
And you know what? We actually had a lot of news. We had a lot of fun stuff to talk about. So it was definitely a hoot. So appreciate you, my friend. And then we got the mainstay himself, DLO The Collector, the vet. What video are you coming out with this week?
None. No video. I am taking a week off. I did 2 videos in 4 days, and I'm still recovering from that. I don't know how you do it, buddy, but you do it. For myself, tomorrow's my son's birthday, so
happy birthday.
Gonna put the dad hat on. Gonna take off the YouTuber/collector hat off for the rest of the week. Enjoy some good family and quality time, and I'll get back to my reviews of poetries. I got tons of stuff over here that I'm gonna have for. Is anybody interested in a review of Age of Ultron Hulk? Does anybody want a throwback review? Because I've been looking up.
I mean,
the most recent one is like a TikToker one, which I was like, it's not for me. So maybe if somebody wanted a YouTube review, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So as far as you can find me on DLO The Collector on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, of course. Yeah, check out if you haven't already checked out my review of the InArt Superman. Fantastic figure. Going to be doing another comic tour. I think I already shared that earlier in the show here. So I'm going to be going to another spot this weekend, which is Emerald Comics on St. Pete in Florida over here. So another spot. I'm going to try to get a playlist of all my tours of comic shops nearby me here. So that way, like I said, the goal is to have as much information for you guys when you're traveling to Florida to know where to shop for figures if you guys are looking for something on your trip. But yeah, I just want to echo X-Men. Super happy you had the time to join us tonight, bro. I really appreciate you filling for Brick. It's finally great to finally put a formal face to the name I've seen for so long here. It was nice for you to kind of share some of your background. So I kind of echo exactly what Graham says. You are welcome anytime. That's stupid. I have a Mac. Mine doesn't do that. I don't know what, but whatever. All the same, dude. You're phenomenal. Thank you so much for all your support in the community there. I see you practically everywhere. I don't know how you have the time to do it. Bless your heart. But yeah, guys, great stream. I got nothing else to say here. I think let's wrap this bad boy up.
Well, as for me, I'm coming out with my 89 IC Customs 89 Batman Vault review. Kind of like you, D-Lo. Like, it's an older, I wouldn't say it's a figure, but it's an older accessory that came out a while ago. But going on the YouTube, I haven't really seen many videos on it, especially in great detail. So I kind of want to do that and share that with you guys. So channel members have access to it right now and have all day had access to it. But tomorrow it will go live. Tomorrow morning, I think it's 8 Eastern. It'll go for the general public. So I'll post that to the Wolfpack group as well once that goes live. But yeah, give it a watch. It's not too long of a video. And other than that, I got some prints today from Dennis Baptiste, really good artist. He did these behind me, and I did a video a couple years ago, but I got some more today, so I sent those in to get framed. So in a couple weeks, I'll be doing a video kind of highlighting his prints as well, something a little bit different. But outside of that, I'm just waiting for figures like everybody else. And I had a really good time with you guys on the panel and with you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys showing up each and every week and making this such a fun community. And I hope you all have a great 4th of July. Be safe out there. And until next week, we'll catch you later. Hey, X-Man, how about a little Too Sweet for the people coming out?
Bring it in, buddy. Ooh.
Too sweet. Bye-bye.